Jensen for the point. Back to Better through the block and down. Field goal. Back to Bass. He'll look to fire deep and intercepted. Stretchy diving. He's in.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Minnesota postseason play is underway tonight with a Section 8A quarterfinal showdown between the number 6 Fosston Greyhounds and the number 3 Polk County West Thunder. Good evening and welcome everyone to Cushman Field in Grand Forks, North Dakota. I'm Derek Zimmerman-Geyer along with Jerry Peralta, and we thank you for tuning in for tonight's YourLiveEvent.com coverage of Minnesota athletics. Tonight is a case of, hey, I've seen you before, with the 0-6 Greyhounds getting a chance to avenge their 42-6 defeat to Polk County West in Week 3 at Climax. The 6-1 Thunder recently tore away New York Mill's undefeated bid, and they can take away their section rivals' season tonight. Fosston, Polk County West. Winner goes on to play the number 2 Mahnomen-Waban Thunderbirds in the semifinal round. We'll tell you all about these two teams and some coming up on our Solely Realty pregame show with coaches' interviews, storylines, and more. This is Minnesota High School football coverage on 1480 AM, 99.7 FM, KKCQ Radio, and YourLiveEvent.com.
Is more than the act of reaping what you've sown. It's the culmination of months of hard effort, along with a few weeks of working 24/7 to bring the crop in. At Sesvanderhof, we're continuously working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature, so that you can end each harvest on a high note. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sesvanderhof, a passion that grows.
At the Climax Shelley School District, they're preparing students today for success in a challenging tomorrow. The teachers and staff at Climax Shelley aim to inspire today's students into tomorrow's leaders. Opportunities for students include academics, athletics, fine arts, and extracurricular activities. There is one for you to join today. For the latest information on the Climax Shelley School, visit their website at isd592.org or like their Facebook page. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Climax Shelley School District.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead, wish all the area teams the best of luck. Cleveguard Apartments, with locations and apartment complexes in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. Also with self-storage and commercial rental space in Ada. Cleveguard Apartments. Call Mark at 701-866-7794. Best of luck to all the area teams from Mark and Geraldine at Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. 701-866-7794.
Welcome back to our pregame show, now joined by the head coach of the Fosston Greyhounds, Coach Eric Ockery. Coach, how are we doing this evening?
It's playoff football. It's always exciting to get out here. This is what you get ready your whole season for, and you build your whole season for it, and got a nice night out here, and it's a great thing to get out and see high school football players get a chance to compete in a win-or-go-home atmosphere.
How about this venue, though? As the atmosphere here at Cushman Field, how do you feel about it?
We're really fortunate. This is quite a setup here, so we want to thank Grand Forks Red River, and always like getting our kids a chance to play in a little bigger place and play on turf, and this time we got such nice weather this year, but sometimes this year the field conditions aren't the best, and it's good that they can get on a nice playing field. Polk is pretty darn fast, though, so that's not going to be an favor.
Nothing like starting Minnesota playoff football in North Dakota, am I right?
Yeah, we're about the same though, right? I teach geography, so we're basically
right there.
North Dakota, Minnesota,
just across the
right? Trees don't start until Bemidji, right? So we're not that different. So, yep.
Well, how's your time off been? I believe it's been 12 days since you played a game, since October 14th. What have you done in that time off preparing for this first round?
Yeah, we didn't get a chance to play Red Lake, and we were hoping to do so, and that's kind of day and age we live in. We had our own circumstances where we couldn't play Red Lake County because of the pandemic, and nobody can control that. So that gave us a few extra practices, and we came up short against Bagley, so it gave us an opportunity to work a little bit more. And this is a team that you need every practice to get ready for. So we're as ready as we're going to be for these guys.
Well, last time we met, we talked about this. Your team has seen the top 3 seeds in Section 8A, Ada Borup West, Monoman Waban, and now Polk County West twice in one season. What's it like playing the cream of the crop? How battle-tested is your team?
Well, we were hoping to get ourselves another win, and we didn't put ourselves in position to get another win, and we were hoping to be 1 seed higher, and that's what football's about, is you take advantage of your opportunities or you squander them, and we didn't take advantage of that opportunity to move up a seed. So you kind of pay the price, or you're 1 and 2 get to stay home because they earned the chance to stay home, and that's how the QRF played out, and these guys are the 3 seed for a reason, and they're 7-1, I believe, and excellent football team. So that's where we are.
You got some kids back. What do you guys like health-wise? Are you guys healthy?
Yeah, we got a few kids back. We've got one of our better football players back from quarantine for a couple of weeks, and if you count the Red Lake game, would have missed 2 games, and getting a little healthier, and now it's win or go home. So it's everybody all hands on deck and next man up and all that stuff, and we're pretty healthy now, so that's fine. But we'll see how the game goes.
Let's talk about the Thunder just real quick. How do you stop that spread scheme by Polk County West?
When you have athletes like that, you just try to slow them down. We just hope that their explosive plays aren't touchdowns. I mean, they're an extremely talented football team, and if we let them get out in space, if we let them get the edge, it's going to be really hard. I mean, the Gap kid is one of the better running backs that we've seen in many years, and if you let him get out there, and he's going to make at least one guy miss. So I don't sugarcoat it with our guys. That we have to gang tackle, and we have to be extremely assignment sharp just to slow them down, because football is kind of a meritocracy, and they're extremely talented, and they've worked hard, and they're well coached, and we're building our program up, and we're very young, and we're going to have a lot of kids that are hopefully going to play football this year, next year, a year after, and it's going to be a good experience for them.
Coach, any final thoughts for tonight's matchup?
No, we're just excited. Kind of talking about finishing our season and finishing strong and staying together, and we don't care about the scoreboard. We're just playing hard for 4 quarters, and finding ways to see success, which is a challenge where we're at. But our guys have earned a lot of success this year. It doesn't necessarily show up on the wins and losses, but that's what's great about the game, is you'll see it down the road, and they'll have it as life experience.
Coach, that's good to hear. It's good to see you. Thanks for your time, and good luck tonight.
Great. Thanks, Derek.
Thank you, Coach Eric Ockery of the Fosston Greyhounds, for taking the time. And our pregame coaches interviews are brought to you by Border Bank and Clearbrook here on our Soy Realty pregame show. Soy Realty, leading the way for real estate in Northwest Minnesota. Give them a call at 218-435-1525. Derek Zimmerman-Geyer, Jerry Peralta with you tonight. It's Minnesota playoff football in North Dakota. Big shout out to the Rough Riders here in North Dakota and Grand Forks for allowing us to take the booth at their beautiful field of Cushman Field and putting this game on between the Thunder and the Greyhounds. East Grand Forks Green Wave playing at home tonight, so that's why we are here on the other side of the Red River. Let's talk about these Fosston Greyhounds. Overall in the season, 0-6 overall, 0-4 at home, 0-2 on the road, and 0-4 in Section 8A. Points per game, put up 4 on the board and give up 35 on defense. 0-6, as I said. Let's recap their season as they are the number 6 seed in Section 8A. Started off the season 35-0 loss versus Monoman Waban, and they lost to Ada Borup West 39-6, and right after that they played the third best team in Section 8A, Polk County West, 42-6 in favor of the Thunder. That game was at Climax, also on yourliveevent.com. September 24th, lost to Lake Park Audubon 42-8. Did not play Red Lake County on the 1st, and did not play Red Lake Falls as well. They lost to War Road at 21-0 on the 8th of October, and last time out, 12 days ago, almost 2 weeks if you round up, Jerry, on the 14th, lost to Bagley 30-6. They come in at 0-6 in the second time meeting the Thunder in 2021. Take a break here in our Soy Realty pregame show on YourLiveEvent.com and KKCQ Radio. When we come back with our second half of our pregame coaches interviews, brought to you by Border Bank in Clearbrook, we'll talk to the head honcho of the Thunder, Coach Darren Bicklum, after this break on YourLiveEvent.com and KKCQ Radio.
The mission of the Fisher Public School is to prepare all learners with the academic, social, and personal skills for lifelong success. With small class sizes, great teachers, staff, and administrators, the Fisher Public School is the perfect choice for your son or daughter to excel. To learn more about the Fisher Public School, including announcements, menus, and activity schedules, visit their website at fisher.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Fisher Public Schools.
Egg Country offers a wide range of internal growth. If you have a goal in mind and you put your mind to it, your successes can be endless.
There are so many jobs within this company that you can rotate into.
I like challenges. Egg Country gives me challenges.
Yeah, Egg Country is a great place to work. There's plenty of flexibility. You're never tied to your desk. There's a team here that is always there for you.
Yeah, grab your role and run with it, and always be aware of the opportunities because they're in front of you.
In the months of preparation for spring planting, all through the growing season and into the long days of harvest, the team at Agrimax is here to help farmers around the Red River Valley with a complete array of services and products. From seed sales to custom aerial and ground application, crop protection products, and more, Agrimax will help reach every producer's goal, peak profitability. Contact Agrimax in Fisher, Minnesota today at 218-891-2211 or online at agrimaxllc.com.
For the best selection in new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, stop by Christian Motors, your Chevy and GMC dealer, Highway 32 North in Fertile. With one of the biggest, best selections around and the most competitive prices, it's worth your time to stop and visit the guys and let them put you in a new vehicle. Check out the selection online at christianmotors.com or stop by the lot in Fertile. Proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer. It's Christian Motors in Fertile.
Welcome back to our pregame show. Now joined by the head honcho of Polk County West, Darren Bicklum. Coach, most important question, how are you doing this evening?
Pretty good. Beautiful night. Great night for football, and just happy to be above dirt.
Coach, how do we feel about playing on a Tuesday night in the playoffs?
Well, it is what it is. You get seated, you move on, and you play football. So, it is what it is. We're just going to play football, and hopefully we can come out of it on top and move on.
You're missing one game this season, didn't get to play against Red Lake Falls, so it's officially senior night. Are there any words you want to talk about with your seniors?
Yeah, just that they've put a lot of energy and effort towards the program the last 4 years, and are very proud of what they did, and they're always there, ready to go 100% every night. So hopefully we can keep it going for them tonight.
Last time out, you bursted New York Mill's bubble with their undefeated season coming to a close. How does it feel to be on the opposite side of bursting somebody's bubble?
That was a really good football team. That was one of the best teams we played this year. And we haven't played them all, but one of the best ones we played. And to get down like we did, and then to come back and score 28 unanswered to win it was quite an effort on our bunch of kids, and this is quite an exclamation on how they never give up and get after it.
First section game, I believe, since Ada Borup West. Didn't see Monoman-Waban this season. Top 3 seeds, Ada, Monoman-Waban, and then Polk County West. How stacked is this section in your eyes?
Well, it's obviously there's 3 teams that are going to be battling for the top, to get out of the section. And, if we get lucky to win tonight, we'll have to play the number 2 one. So it's going to be a battle. It is every year with the 4 teams in the section, so it's not something we're used to.
And how much have you talked about ball protection since Ada Borup West, and how much of this team has improved on that since then?
We haven't fumbled since then, but it's just one of those things, and hopefully we got it out of their system. And a wrong night, obviously, to have it happen, but that's old news, and we're moving on. And it's a matter of just being confident in what we do, and they've got through it. did a lot better job taking care of the football.
Got a Fosston fight for the second time. You already beat them 42-6 in week 3. How do you gear up this time around for the Greyhounds?
Same way we did last time. We just got to show up and play football, and you never know. It's playoff time. Any team can surprise anybody. So we got to be ready from the kickoff on.
Coach, any final thoughts and keys for tonight's matchup?
Yeah, just turnovers and just take care of business up front on both sides of the ball, and we should be good.
Coach, thanks for your time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you once again to Coach Darren Bicklum of the Polk County West Thunder for taking the time in our second half of our pregame coaches interviews, brought to you by Border Bank in Clearbrook, a part of our Solely Realty pregame show, yourliveevent.com, and KKCQ Radio, 1480 AM and 99.7 FM. Derek Zimmermeyer, Jerry Peralta with you tonight. It's Grand Forks, North Dakota, Minnesota playoff football. And for the Thunder, they're the number 3 seed in Section 8A. They play like a team who could contend for the title. Just so happens they'd be placed in a stacked section along with Ada Barb West and Monoma Wabin, the 1 and 2 seeds respectively. Let's talk about the Thunder, who are 6-1 overall, 2-1 at home, 4-0 on the road, and 3-1 in Section 8A. They put up 35 points per game, the second most in the section, and only give up 11, lucky number 11, the least amount in Section 8A. Coached by Darren Bicklum at 6-1, here's their season to this point. Defeated Red Lake County 41-24 on the 2nd of September to open up the season. Knocked off War Road 34-6 at War Road on the 9th. Defeated Fosston in their first meeting 42-6 on the 17th. That was at Climax. 24th of September, 55-6 in favor of the Thunder over Bagley. On the 1st of October, 2 undefeated teams, a battle of the Titans at East Grand Forks versus Ada Barb West. 12-7, the Cougars take it from the Thunder. 5 fumbles by the Thunder in that matchup, 6 turnovers overall. Cougars took that momentum and took the number 1 seed in the section. Bouncing back versus Lake Park Audubon. At Audubon, a 37-6 win for the Thunder on the 8th. Did not play in the 14th. They were slated to play at Red Lake Falls. Red Lake Falls had to withdraw from the matchup. Took a week off and came back and knocked off the undefeated New York Mills squad at 28-14, 28 unanswered points by the Thunder on October 20th. They find themselves on the other side of the Red River of the state border here in Grand Forks tonight versus the Fosston Greyhounds for a second time this season. Once again, the Thunder 6-1, the Greyhounds 0-6, second meeting of 2021 as our Solely Realty pregame show turns on. Jerry Peralta along with me, Derek Zimmerman-Geyer. It's senior night officially for the Thunder. Their senior night was originally slated versus Red Lake Falls. That was at East Grand Forks. It did not happen, so we get senior night for the Thunder as well as parents' night, as you saw on your screen on yourliveevent.com. And also, you can hear the clapping from the hometown faithful making the trek just across the border from the Thunder. We'll take a break, come back with more pregame coverage between Fosston and Polk County West. The playoff push has arrived from Minnesota high school football, and you're listening to it on KKCQ Radio and watching it on yourliveevent.com.
Log on to stay up to date on all of the weekly activities at the Climax Shelley School. The website for the Climax Shelley School District provides you with up-to-date bulletins, lunch menus, sports schedules, bus route information, practice schedules, iPad apps, and upcoming events. Order some night apparel and support your teams. Go Knights and Thunder. The Climax Shelley School District thanks you for your support, and they look forward to having you attend their local events throughout the school year. Log on to isd592.org.
The American farmer has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Columbia Grain and Agronomy is here to help on every acre with the highest quality products and expert local service. Contact the Agronomy Centers in Climax at 218-857-2165 or our villa at 701-343-6273. Columbia Grain and Agronomy, committed to cultivating growth through a diverse mix of products and expert knowledge. Contact them today and make the most of every acre. Call Climax at 218-857-2165 or our villa at 701-343-6273.
Community Co-op provides energy solutions. Farm fuels, lubricants, propane, natural gas are all available to farms, homes, businesses from Community Co-op. They enjoy working with their customers to meet your fuel and energy solutions. Call 1-888-935-2281 for farm fuel pricing, contract programs, farm lubricants, propane pricing, and delivery for farm, home, business, and natural gas service. Community Co-op appreciates the business of all current and new customers.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Welcome back to YourLabEvent.com and KKCQ Radio. We're in Grand Forks, North Dakota tonight at Cushman Field, just moments away from our starting lineups, which are brought to you by Paleviki's Express and Fosston, one-stop shop for gas, food, coffee, and snacks. We'll first welcome the Fosston Greyhounds onto the field here in Grand Forks. Looking at their starting lineup, we'll go over their offense since that's who we'll see first. The Greyhounds lost the toss. Polk County West won, and they deferred. We'll see the Fosston offense out first. It's Thatcher Palabicki at quarterback, the junior, number 28. Caden Sanford, his tight end. Others tight end is Luke Sanis. His offensive line, left to right, goes Will Chiston, Jesse Beckman, Warren Nelson, Dylan Lohman, Ashton Voss. His backfield, Gavin Gray and Ethan Gray, Tegan Larson, Robbie Olson, and Joey Richardson. The skill and wide receiver positions for the Fosston Greyhounds. As we now see Polk County West come out onto the field as a team. No official starting lineups being announced for either squad, but we'll announce the starting defensive front and unit for Polk County West. Left to right defensive line, it's Alex Hart, Ryan Sullivan, Daniel Suda, and Nick Brunden. Linebackers in this 4-4-3 front, Montana Jorgensen, Zach Finov, a senior, getting the nod, Sam Gap and Mike Gap, Cohen Rorick, Isaac Zavarall, and Landon Denny, your defensive backfield in the secondary. Isaac Zavarall, the safety on the defense, and the quarterback on the offense. Polk County West will kick first. Looks like they'll go left to right, I want to say, from our dial. And that will be the case here at Cushman Field. Jerry Peralta will bring you in, and let's break it down the brass tacks. Let's talk storylines and set up tonight's matchup. And I thought I heard Polk County West won the toss and deferred. It looks like they're going to get the football.
Yeah, I guess a little bit different from what we were initially told. So we'll see Polk County West come out first on offense, and Fosston's going to have to start on defense. And the big storyline for that one is, can their defense slow down this spread offense that Polk County West likes to run?
Cornrick back deep to receive. Palabicki kicks it off for the Greyhounds. We're underway in Grand Forks. Picked up by Gap at the 25-yard line. Comes near sideline, makes a man miss. Finds a seam, finds a stiff arm. Past the 50, skirts back, 45. Makes another man miss. Shreds off a tackle, and finally banged down inside the 35-yard line. Gap gets it going early for Polk County West.
And Gap definitely been doing it all season long, and he's going to need to keep up the production like that.
Gap is the fire starter for the Thunder. That is Sam Gap. He has 100 attempts on the season, 1,190 yards, and 16 touchdowns, just trailing Bo Fetting of Ada Borup West in the Northwest Conference. We'll see this spread offense a lot by Polk County West, but instead Zavarall comes out in a wishbone formation under center, single receivers to both sides. Zavarall under center, takes the snap, toss to the right side. This is Gap. Sam Gap has a side, has a stream, and hits inside the 5-yard line from the 33. Polk County West, first down of the night. That first down brought to you by Agramax. Agramax, 218-891-2211. Our friends at Agramax brings you that first down. And the ball officially spotted at the 4-yard line. A pickup of 29 yards for Sam Gap. His first carry of the night, and it's already first down and goal.
And that's something that Coach Aker, mentioned in his pregame interviews they got to get those group tackles and not let Gap get in the open lanes.
Same formation, Zavro under center, right hash mark, handoff up the middle. Mrs. Larson, untouched. Touchdown, Polk County West. David Larson, his second touchdown of the season from 4 yards out. It's 6-0. Thunder on top of the Greyhounds on the Community Co-op scoreboard. Colin Rourke will do the honors with the PAT, it looks like. In just 52 seconds into this ball game, Jerry, Polk County West picking up where they left off in week 3. Gap holds for Rourke. Up and through and true. It's 7-0. Thunder on top of Fosston on the Community Co-op scoreboard. Just barely a minute in to tonight's playoff matchup on YourLiveEvent.com and KKZQ Radio. Be back after 30 seconds.
Harvest is more than the act of reaping what you've sown.
Apologize for that technical difficulty on the YourLiveEvent.com side. 11:08 in the first quarter. Polk County West, just a 33-yard drive needed. 29 yards from Sam Gap and a 4-yard plunge by David Larson caps off the drive. A nice return by Gap to set up his Thunder squad here on their official senior night and parent night. Colin Rourke kicks off left to right to Fosston. Fosston back deep looks to be the likes of Palibiki and Gray. Rourke, line squib kick right at 30 off of a Greyhound, and Palibiki picks up at the 25. So back deep for Fosston look to be the likes of Robbie Olson. And it just hits off of Palibiki's hands, and that's where his team will set up shop at the 25, going right to left. Thatcher Palibiki, starting quarterback, 6'1", 155, a junior, 11 for 35 this season, 137 yards, 2 touchdowns to 4 picks. They usually come out in that offset I formation. Already, Polk County West came out in a different formation than usually in that spread. Zavrol is under center. Fosston will come out in the offset I. Single receiver to the left. Left hash mark. Handoff up the middle. This is Gray, and he goes right into the teeth of the defense, going nowhere. Maybe a loss on the play. First play from scrimmage for Fosston. Brundon in on the tackle. No gain for Fosston. That was Gavin Gray. No gain. Second down and 10 at the 25. Fosston, in their first play from scrimmage on offense in week 3, fumbled the football to Polk County West. Same formation, receiver to the right side. Palibiki under center. Barks, handoff, fullback dive. He's going nowhere. May have scooted forward for a couple more yards. Brings up 3rd down and 8. Palibiki takes it on a read option. He was covered by the absolute behemoths of that Polk County West defensive line. Brings up 3rd down, call it 7. 3-yard gain for Palibiki. His first official rush of the night. He has 1 rushing touchdown this season. That was in week 3 against the Thunder. 3rd and 7 at the 28-yard line. Doubles to the left for Palibiki. I formation. Looks left. Will look to his left again. Lefty putting it up. Has a man. And Landon Denny just committed pass interference. Flag is out. He was looking for number 23 on the play. His man out there. Palibiki and company going to pick up the 1st down. He was looking for Ryan Dupong, the freshman. And the first penalty of the night gives Fosston their first down of the night.
Pass intended for Dupong.
Dupong scored the first touchdown of the season for Fosston in week 2 at Ada Borup West. He has another touchdown this season as well. Half of the Greyhounds touchdowns, 4 overall by Fosston. 9:40 first quarter. That pushes the ball to the Fosston 43, still going right to left. This first quarter. 7-0 on the Linfors Insurance Agency scoreboard. Fosston on the left hash mark. Dupong Split out wide to the right. I formation for Palibiki. Play action. Looks over the middle. Takes a shot and throws it right into the midst. Almost. Zavarol couldn't corral it. And it's second down and 10. Palibiki got lit up on that play, Jerry.
Yeah, he was a little slow to get up after taking that hit. And, I mean, had no time in the pocket to really let anything develop. He had to get rid of it as quickly as he could. Almost intercepted. But he is back up, so good to see that. Good to see he just got the wind knocked out of him a little bit.
Zavarol couldn't contain it. Looking for the pick. No interceptions for the senior this season. Brings up second down and 10 at the 43. I formation. Palibiki up the middle. Gray trying to find some space. May have lost the football. And Polk County West does not get it back. Fosston, I believe they fumbled. Did not lose it as many times, but they fumbled 4-5 times in week 3 against the Thunder. That's Gray on the carry, gain of 2, his second carry, and it's third down and 8. Third down, call it long for the Greyhounds. Once again, same formation. Palibiki, play action, no, gives it up the middle, almost got hit as he handed it off, and met right at the line of scrimmage is number 27 for Fosston. That's Gavin Gray again, and he picks up nothing. It's fourth down and 7.
Yeah, and Polk County West just reading that play pretty well, not getting fooled, thinking it was a play action. And Fosston just stalling out on their first drive.
Kevin Rourke ripped in there to make the play. Sam Gapp to receive the punt from Fosston. Feet planted at his own 26. Punt is away by Robbie Olson. It takes a Fosston bounce out of bounds right around the 27-yard line. Polk County West going to have to go a little bit longer than 33 yards on their second drive of the night. First punt of the night. First drive went 33 yards, capped off by the David Larson touchdown. 7-0. Polk County West on top here at Cushman Field, Grand Forks, North Dakota. Nothing like Minnesota playoff football on the other side of the border. East Grand Forks playing a home game tonight. That's why we're here. Now we'll see that spread offense for the Thunder. Doubles to the left, doubles to the right. Zavarol on the shotgun, Gap to his left hip pocket. Takes the snap, handoff to Gap. Sam Gap has a gap. Big lane, finds his stride, and knocked all the way to the 50-yard line. That's actually Larson, and Larson rumbles for 24, make it 23 yards on the play. His second carry of the night.
And there's that formation that we've been talking about, the one that Polk County West has ran pretty much all season that's worked to their advantage. And I mean, just opening up like a charm. Big lane for Larson to go through.
Officially a gain of 22 yards. Second carry for Larson, he has 26. Ball is at the 49-yard line of Polk County West. Zavarol, shotgun, floats it for Rorick, right in his breadbasket. He is gone. Rorick races to the end zone, 51-yard touchdown. Zavarol strikes for Polk County West.
And almost interesting, Derek, we were talking about this before the game. Polk County West, they don't like to throw the ball a lot, and with as windy as it is out, tonight, we didn't expect the wind to be too much of a factor, but Zavarol just shining through the air.
It was an absolute beauty of a pass. Rorick caps it off with the punch for 6, and he'll look for the PAT. His second of the night is through and true, 14-0. Polk County West on top of Fosston, 7:42 first quarter. Community Co-op scoreboard here at Cushman Field. See if the Greyhounds can respond after this on YourLabEvent.com and KKCQ Radio.
Culmination of months of hard effort, along with a few weeks of working 24/7 to bring the crop in. At Sesvanderhof, we're continuously working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature, so that you can end each harvest on a high note. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sesvanderhof, a passion that grows.
Welcome back to Cushman Field. Between Polk County West and Fosston, playoff football section 8A, quarterfinal round, the first round on YourLiveEvent.com and KKCQ Radio, 1480 AM and 99.7 FM. Zavarol hooked up with Colin Rourke for 51 yards to make it 14-0. Kick coming from Rourke. Rolls in the hands of Robbie Olsen at the 10. Finds himself at the 25. Skirts right and takes a spear that would make the Rated R Superstar proud. Fosston sets up once again around the 25-yard line. Call it be 29. 14-0 Polk County West. Already up by 2 scores. 7:36 first quarter. From that touchdown pass, 9 for Zavarol this season. Rourke, 6 of them. Think he has a favorite target?
Yeah, probably. I mean, considering how open he was and how fast he is on the field, no doubt on why he's gotten 6 touchdown passes.
Fosston going right to left from our dial. Powabicki, read option, gives it to his back. That's Gray, and Gray is gobbled up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And that's Ethan Gray taking the snap, taking the handoff. Ethan Gray, number 40, fullback, sophomore. His first carry goes for no yards. It's 2nd down and 10 at the 29. Polk County West, potent offense. We know about that. 35 points per game, 2nd in the section. 11 given up. Already 1 punt forced. And a few fumbles not recovered, but one was there on the first drive by Fosston. Lucky to get it back. Doubles to the left. Powabicki back to pass. The lefty looks to the left. Has a man open, and it's caught at the 50. Still in bounds into Polk County West territory. And a big chunk of change. First down for the Greyhounds. Caden Sanford, the tight end, picks it up. And it's in Thunder territory. This first down brought to you by Mustang Seeds. 24 yards from Powabicki. That might be one of his longest passes of the season.
Yeah, definitely, and he was getting taken down as he was letting it go and just finding his mark off of the just air ball.
Powabicki and his offense in the formation. Their first down of the night, and they're charging into Polk County West territory. Ball at the 46-yard line. 6:43 first quarter. Left hash mark, doubles to the left. I formation, offset for Powabicki. He hands off to Gray, spins off a tackle, but he is snuffed out in the backfield. Ain't going nowhere. Brundon in off the blast. Gray as well, losing a yard on his 4th carry. 4 carries for 1 yard. Mike Gap also finds his way into the backfield. 2nd down 11 coming up.
Polk County West just doing a good job blowing up those run plays, not really letting Fosston get something going on the ground, almost forcing them to have to go through the air.
Comes a 2nd and long at the 47 of Polk County West. Same formation. Doubles to the left. Powabicki looks to pass again. Has a man, and it's in the hands of his tight end once again. That one was almost intercepted, but it just finds the mitts. Just finds the mitts of his tight end, Sanus. And it brings up 3rd down and 1. Gain of 10. That was actually Sanford, excuse me. Sanford on those other 2 completions. Get him here on our stat sheet. Officially 39 yards on 2 catches for Sanford. Make it 39. 3rd down and 1. At the Thunder 37. Same formation. Powabicki dropped the ball on the handoff and just charges ahead. He dropped it on the initial snap, but still plunges ahead for the 1st down. Brought to you by Mustang Seeds that move the chains for the Greyhounds.
Yeah, and good idea there by Powabicki. Obviously, they were going to go for that quarterback sneak to just get that extra yard that they needed, and just not panicking, just picking up the ball quickly and going forward for the couple yards that he needed, and just good idea to not panic in the midst of everything.
The junior keeping his composure. Ball at the 35-yard line of the Thunder. Greyhounds driving. Same formation on that left hash mark. Doubles to the left. Powabicki. Little slant pattern, no. Little screen out to Dupong. Ripped away and corralled down at the 30-yard line. Caught a gain of 5. Dupong takes it for 5. The freshman getting involved early on.
7-yard gain on the play.
Officially gain of 7. They mark him at the 27. 2nd and 3 coming up. Dupong's first catch. And Powybicki has hit 2 receivers. Not a passing team. This Fosston team, this program, rebuilding, recharging, and building a nice drive here. Same formation. Ball at the 28 officially. Powybicki gives up the middle to Gray, and Gray is being dragged back, and it taken for a loss. Ball came out momentarily.
It was well after the whistle, though.
Well after.
So.
Brings up 3rd down. Mike Gap comes through, makes the play. Loss of 2 for Gray. 3rd down and 5 coming up at the 30. Polk County West, officially senior night and parent night, first round of the playoffs. Up 14-0. But the Greyhounds starting to threaten. Powybicki back to pass, had pressure and took an absolute lick and an absolute dime! Oh my goodness! Powybicki connects for 6. Touchdown Dupong from 30 yards out. Pinpoint.
And I mean, he had to give that extra effort to make that catch. I mean, had a defender right on top of him, and not much he was going to be able to do if he couldn't make it.
Ryan Dupong, the freshman, takes it for 30 yards over the shoulder, beating the coverage from Colin Rorick. And it's a 1-possession game, 14-6. Fosston goes for 2. Powybicki, his 3rd touchdown pass of the season. Dupong's 2nd reception for a touchdown. Powybicki rolls out to his left. Play action. Has a man and just floated over his head. He's looking for Sanis, it looked like, and he had him open. He finds himself incomplete, but still on the scoreboard at 14-6. Polk County West and Fosston. The Greyhounds make it a close game with 3:06 in the first quarter on the Community Co-op scoreboard on YourLiveEvent.com and KKCQ Radio.
At the Climax Shelley School District, they're preparing students today for success in a challenging tomorrow. The teachers and staff at Climax Shelley aim to inspire today's students into tomorrow's leaders. Opportunities for students include academics, athletics, fine arts, and extracurricular activities. There is one for you to join today. For the latest information on the Climax Shelley School, visit their website at isd592.org or like their Facebook page. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Climax Shelley School District.
14-6, Polk County West on top of Fosston, but a 72-yard drive by Fosston, capped off by a 30-yard touchdown bullet, not a bullet, but just a dime from Thatcher Powybicki to his freshman receiver, Ryan Dupong. It's 14-6 on the Linford's Insurance Agency scoreboard. And we'll see Fosston kick off right to left on YourLiveEvent.com and on KKCQ Radio. 3:06 first quarter, and Polk County West having to answer a ferocious Fosston drive. This one's picked up by Mike Gap at the 25. It charges ahead to the 39. Return of 14 yards. Polk County West gets an extra yard, bump it up to the 40.
Brings up 1st down and 10 for the Thunder on the 40-yard line.
Officially. And we'll see Zavarol and company come back out in their spread offense. Last time capped off by a 51-yard touchdown strike from Zavarol to Colin Rorick, who lines up at the top on the left hash mark. Zavarol back under center now in that wishbone formation. Landon Denny, the right side receiver, handoff up the middle. Larson initially met at the line of scrimmage and absolutely bullied back after pushing off the initial brunt of defenders for a minimal gain. It's actually Mike Gap on the carry for a gain of 1.5.
Yeah, Mike Gap, I wouldn't even say he was met at the line. He got stuck up on one of his linemen and couldn't really do much. So he had to bounce back out, and just there was no time for him to get anything going.
Same formation, middle of the field for Zavarol and the Thunder. Denny, the right side receiver, Rorick to the left. Toss, left side. This is Sam Gap. cuts up to the numbers, and you can kiss him goodbye. Has to beat one man, stiff arm, and he is out of here. 58-yard touchdown gallop by Sam Gap. And it's 20-6, Polk County West.
Polk County West didn't take long to respond there off of the touchdown pass and for Fosston.
Just 2 plays, and it charges ahead for 60 yards. Colin Rorick to attempt the PAT. He's 2 for 2 so far tonight. No good, 2 for 3. And it stands there on the Linfors Insurance Agency scoreboard, a 58-yard, touchdown run by Sam Gap. It's 26, Polk County West on top of Fosston, 2:12 first quarter on YourLiveEvent.com and KKCQ.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
I believe only 6 total ran plays by Polk County West. They have 20 points courtesy. A touchdown run by David Larson of 4 yards. A 51-yard strike from Zavaraldo Rorick. And just moments ago, 58-yard gallop by Sam Gap. His 17th touchdown of the season on the ground. It's 20-6 on the Community Co-op scoreboard. Thunder kick left to right. Rorick kicks away for the Thunder. Picked up by Robbie Olsen at 25. Charges ahead. Has a lane and is roped down into the 36, 37-yard line. And the Fosston Greyhounds, they just drove 72 yards. Capped off by an absolutely amazing breadbasket catch from Thatcher Palubicki to Ryan Dupong. Pinpoint Palubicki, huh?
Yeah, the one thing that you mentioned, Derek, is Fosston doesn't like to throw the ball. The Greyhounds like to pound and ground almost as similar as Polk County West. And obviously that ground game hasn't been working for them, so they've had to go through the air, and Palubicki has just been pinpoint, and I think that's what's throwing Polk County West off.
Thatcher says to Isaac, anything you can do, hey, can I do better? He hands off up the middle. And that play not better than the gap run. It's handed off to Gavin Gray, and he may have gained just 1 yard on the play.
And it's almost hard to run up the middle against this Thunder defense. That front line is just a bunch of big boys who can just break through through that offensive line, no problem.
2nd down and 9 at the 38. Polk County West shut out Fosston in their first meeting in Week 3. It was 42-0 at half. Different ball game with 1:35 and ticking in the first quarter. Fosston showing some fight. They come out in that offset I formation, doubles to the right, near the left hash mark. Palubicki under center. Actually, no offset I. Up the middle goes Gray. Bounces off one tackler. Skirts right. Has a lane. Has to beat a man. Stiff arm. Now past the 50 into Polk County West territory. Reverses back inside and straddles the sideline. And another chunk of change. First down for Fosston. Ethan Gray keeps chugging and chugging along. And they're into Thunder territory.
Yeah, definitely something that the Greyhounds are doing a good job of. They're just putting up a lot of fight as there's a timeout by the Thunder.
Timeout brought to you by Fosston A&W. Thunder take a timeout with Fosston threatening on 20-6. Community Co-op scoreboard 112 in the first quarter.
Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead, wish all the area teams the best of luck. Cleveguard Apartments, with locations and apartment complexes in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. Also with self-storage and commercial rental space in Ada. Cleveguard Apartments. Call Mark at 701-866-7794. Best of luck to all the area teams from Mark and Geraldine at Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. 701-866-7794.
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com, brought to you by Halstead Telephone Company and RJ Broadcasting Incorporated. Here on the Community Co-op scoreboard is 20-6. Polk County West on top of Fosston, but a 24-yard charge by Ethan Gray on a second carry puts the Greyhounds into Thunder territory. officially at the Polk County West 38-112 first quarter between the Thunder and the Greyhounds at quarterfinal round, first round of the Section 8A tournament. Just a second carry of the night for Ethan Gray. Number 40, he's back in the backfield with Pavicki under center. Doubles to the left, far right hash mark. Going right to left, Pavicki is pressured, and he's picked off. He's picked off. That looks to be Gap. Still on his feet. Loses his helmet, and he had a full lane ahead. But the play is called dead. Sam Gap picks off Pavicki, and Polk County West back in business.
Yeah, good defensive stop. Pavicki just having to get rid of it super quickly, and that was just read perfectly by the Thunder.
First turnover of the night by either squad. Ball is at the 43-yard line. That's the 5th interception by Pavicki this season for the junior. No sacks so far tonight by either squad. It's been a light show so far. Polk County West, they're set up pretty once again at the 43. Going left to right on our dial. Derek Zimmerman-Geyer, Jerry Peralta with YourLiveEvent.com and KKCQ Radio. The refs conferring here around the 44, 43-yard line. Wonder what they're talking about.
They're probably trying to figure out where exactly his helmet came off and where they need to place the ball.
It's picked off around the 40, I believe.
Oh, there was actually,
we got a penalty here?
There's a flag on the play. I think it could just be
maybe a face mask, the way he got ripped off, you know?
Well, the main ref was kind of pushing away Polk County West, the coaching staff. I think the flag may have just had to do with
it was a
helmet coming off.
Maybe a spot. Nonetheless, it looks like there's no flag. Only one flag tonight by either squad. Ball is at the 43 of Polk County West. Wishbone formation for Zavaro under center. Single receiver to both sides. Toss to the right side. This is Mike Gap bursting through the tacklers and his blockers, and he spun to the 49-yard line of Fosston and just barely out of bounds. It's a gain of 8.
Tackle made by number 74, Jesse Beckman.
Jesse Beckman makes the play. Round up, gave him a 9. That's Mike Gap's second carry of the night.
From the 48-yard line.
11 yards. His brother, Sam Gap, one run of 29 for a first down, the other 58 for the touchdown. 30 seconds here in the first quarter, left and right. Second and 1, same formation for Zavaro under center. Barks, toss, left side, Sam Gap. Cuts outside to the numbers, back inside, puts on his blinker and picks up another first down for Polk County West. Looks to be the last play of the first quarter.
Tackle made by number 74, Jesse Beckman.
Jesse Beckman back-to-back plays with the tackle.
I believe they'll have time to run one more if they hurry this up.
Gain of 11 for Sam Gap. They're not going to hurry up. They're taking their time. I eat my words for a moment, but there's 3 seconds left, and they're not the flash. But these two teams, they can score in a flash the way they're playing. At the end of one quarter on the Community Co-op scoreboard, Polk County West 20, Fosston 6 in the quarterfinal round of the Section 8A tournament on YourLiveEvent.com and KKCQ Radio, 1480 AM and 99.7 FM. We'll be back and see if the Greyhounds can stop the Thunder after this break.
The mission of the Fisher Public School is to prepare all learners with the academic, social, and personal skills for lifelong success. With small class sizes, great teachers, staff, and administrators, the Fisher Public School is the perfect choice for your son or daughter to excel. To learn more about the Fisher Public School, including announcements, menus, and activity schedules, visit their website at fisher.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Fisher Public Schools.
Egg Country offers a wide range of internal growth. If you have a goal in mind and you put your mind to it, your successes can be endless.
There are so many jobs within this company that you can rotate into.
I like challenges. Egg Country gives me challenges.
Yeah, Egg Country is a great place to work. There's plenty of flexibility. You're never tied to your desk. There's a team here that is always there for you.
Yeah, grab your role and run with it, and always be aware of the opportunities because they're in front of you.
Start of the second quarter, Polk County West facing a first down and 10 at the Fosston 37 in the spread offense, going right to left. Sending Mike Gap in motion, going left to right, handoff in the middle to Larson. Larson leaps off a tackler and bursts ahead for another chunk of change. First down, move the sticks for Polk County West. Looks like a gain of 16 yards.
Tackle made by number 28, Thatcher Polk.
Palubicki makes the play on the tackle. It's a gain of 17 for Larson, his third carry of the night. He has a 4-yard touchdown earlier on to start the scoring tonight on our Linford's Insurance Agency scoreboard. Savro back in the spread offense. Doubles to the left, doubles to the right. Larson, left hip pocket, sends him in motion. That is Sam Gap. Sam Gap takes the handoff, left side. He is untouched. Touchdown, Polk County West from 20 yards out. Second of the night by Sam Gap. 1 of 58, 1 of 20. He is in fifth gear tonight.
Yeah, definitely. You can't ask for better protection up the better protection than that. Sam Gap not getting touched at all on that 20-yard run.
So first, make it second play, the second quarter. 11-22. Rourke. Kick is up. He missed his last PAT. He makes that one. He's 3 for 4 tonight, and it's 27-6. Polk County West on top of Fosston. On the community co-op scoreboard, 11-22, second quarter. Fosston looking to fight back after this commercial break on YourLiveEvent.com and KKCQ Radio.
In the months of preparation for spring planting, all through the growing season and into the long days of harvest, the team at AgriMax is here to help farmers around the Red River Valley with a complete array of services and products. From seed sales to custom aerial and ground application, crop protection products, and more, AgriMax will help reach every producer's goal, peak profitability. Contact AgriMax in Fisher, Minnesota today at 218-891-2211 or online at agrimaxllc.com.
Well, Jerry, you've heard me talk about him. Sam Gap, he is inevitable. His 18th rushing touchdown of the season from 20 yards out makes it 27-6. Polk County West on top of Fosston on the Linford's Insurance Agency scoreboard, as well as our community co-op scoreboard on YourLiveEvent.com. 11-22, second quarter. Colin Rourke ready to kick off, going right to left for the Thunder. Fosston, a few drives ago, looked pretty good. They went 72 yards and found some momentum from Palubicki to Dupong, but intercepted on their last drive. Palubicki was picked off by Sam Gap. This one's taken on the 15-yard line by Fosston and ripped down on the play. It looks like on the return, Caden Sanford takes it past the 20 and at the 23-yard line. On the play for Polk County West, give the tackler some love. I believe it was, I want to say number 12, Carter Helgeson. I thought I saw number 13 in there. Nonetheless, it's first down and 10, left to right. Fosston goes at the 23 officially. It's a light show early on as we're just not even a minute past the second quarter. Palubicki under center, offset eye. Near hash mark, left to right, handoff up the middle to Gray, and Gray not going anywhere. Right into the belly of the defense.
And you go back to that last drive that Fosston was putting together a pretty decent drive there. And just the pressure from Polk County West threw off Palubicki, and he couldn't get the pass he was looking for, and in turn, the interception happened.
And Palubicki, even on the touchdown he threw to Pong, he's had no time to get it off. He is facing pressure, screaming off the edge from the likes of Alex Hart and Nick Brunden all night long so far. Brings up a second out of 10, still at the 23. No gain for Ethan Gray. 3 carries, 24 yards. Same formation, receiver to the right. That's Dupong. Roll out, play action. Palubicki puts it up, and it just falls through the fingertips of Sam Gap, looking for interception numero dos tonight. And another lick taken by Palubicki. He is popped by the likes of number 51, Mantina Jorgensen, the outside backer. Third down and 10 coming up. Palubicki He is 3 for 6 tonight. That pass breakup by Sam Gap, that's his third of the night. That interception he had earlier, I believe his first interception of 2021. Third down and 10 at the 23. Doubles to the left. Pyabicki up the middle, hands it off, and Gray is ganged up upon. Leading the charge in there is Gap and company. Gavin Gray takes it that time. Alex Hart harpoons through the offensive line. A gain of 1 for Gavin Gray, his 7th carry for 1 yard. It's 4th down and 9 at the 24. We'll see the Greyhounds punt for the second time tonight. Their punter, Robbie Olson, number 7. Robbie, a junior, right foot away, and this one not traveling far. Fire Peter is called, and it bounces at the 35. Call it a punt of 11 yards.
Yeah, just got the bad bounce off of the foot. And Polk County West starting off with some of the best field position they've had all night.
The best starting field position indeed for the Thunder. They can strike from anywhere, 58, 51, but now they will work 35 yards out. We'll see if Zavarro comes under center or stays in the shotgun. And it looks like we'll see Isaac Zavarro once again under center. His backs, Mike Gap, Larson. And I see a new back in there, I believe. Colin Rourke, the receiver out to the left. Play action for Zavarro. Bootleg to the right. Finds a man. Landon Denny bobbles it. Did he corral it? He has it. First down. Landon Denny from Zavarro. Brought to you by Agramax. From the 35 to the 18-yard line. First down, Polk County West.
And what a catch there by Denny. He didn't even look like he was going to come down with it, bobbling it in the air. But just good control on his way down.
17 in the air to Denny. His first catch of the night. Second pass by Zavarro. He's 2 for 2 with a touchdown. He's under center, right hash mark, right to left. Same formation, singles to the both sides. Zavarro tosses to the left, has a man with a wide gap, and that is Gap. Skirts back inside, boys through a man. Touchdown, Polk County West from 13 yards out. That is a hat trick for Sam Gap, 19 rushing touchdowns on the season.
And can't get any better production. Oh my gosh, could not say that word for a minute there. Could not get better production from Gap even if they wanted to. He has just been on fire, and the Fosston has had no answer for him all night.
Gap is gobbling up the yards, gobbling up the touchdowns, and puts 6 more on the board. Rourke's kick is blocked on the PAT attempt. Now 3 for 5 tonight, but it's 33-6. Polk County West on top of Fosston on the Linford's Insurance Agency scoreboard. You're watching it on YourLiveEvent.com and listening on KKCQ Radio. We'll be back after 30 seconds and see if the Greyhounds can bounce back.
For the best selection in new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, stop by Christian Motors, your Chevy and GMC dealer, Highway 32 North in Fertile. With one of the biggest, best selections around and the most competitive prices, it's worth your time to stop and visit the guys and let them put you in a new vehicle. Check out the selection online at christianmotors.com or stop by the lot in Fertile. Proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer. It's Christian Motors in Fertile.
Almost caught you slipping, Jerry.
No,
Country Road playing here tonight. You're in Grand Forks, North Dakota. Cushman Field. Derek Zimmerman-Geyer, Jerry Peralta on YourLiveEvent.com. KKCQ Radio. Polk County West up 33-6. 8:55, second quarter. They have scored on every drive. Most recently, 13 yards out on the rush by Sam Gap, his third rushing touchdown of the night. 19 overall in the season, 1 away from tying Bo Fetting. Rourke kicks off right to left to Fosston. Picked up by Olson at his 10 and races to the 25, and he is gang tackled right there, not going anywhere. Gain of 15 on the return by Olson. Fosston, a nice pinpoint pass earlier from Pyabicki, an interception, and a lackluster drive to start the second quarter. An 11-yard punt from Olson set up Polk County West pretty. What do you expect from Fosston in this drive as they go left to right, Jerry?
Well, it's definitely something they're going to have to recreate on that second drive they did where they found pay dirt And if they can recreate that, get some good yardage through the air, they can potentially put some points up on the board.
Pawlicki back to pass, and he swings out to the left side. Incomplete. He was looking for Dupont, and he was going to be met immediately off his mitts. Second down and 10. Pawlicki's fourth incompletion of the night, 3 for 7. He had a 30-yard touchdown strike to Dupont earlier.
Pawlicki, throughout this game, he has just had no time in the pocket when going through the air, but where they found success is when they do the quick give and goes, and Fosston's going to have to try and get those going here.
You look at those tight ends as well with Sandus and Sanford. Offset eye for Pawlicki. Dupont out to the left, and we have Laundry on the field. It looks like a false start. It's actually Sanford, the split-out receiver from his tight end position. Officially on the call. It's a false start against the Greyhounds. That's their first penalty of the night. Backs them up. They were initially at the 26-yard line, make it second down and long, second down and 15 at the 21. Going left to right, 8:14 and ticking, second quarter. Pawlicki under center, doubles to the left hash mark, back to pass, 3-step drop, has a man out of the backfield and off his mitts. He was looking for number 27, Gavin Gray. He just drops it. It's third down and long.
Trying to set up that quick screenplay, and could have broken one big as there was a lot of green in front of him, but just bobbled off the hands.
Third down and 15 at the 21. Yeah, swing pass, and Gavin Gray, he doesn't get targeted much, and not a lot of backfield passes for the Greyhounds, and he had some green to roam with. Nonetheless, it's third down and long.
Would have made this third down a lot more manageable had they gotten that.
Especially being down at 33-6. Handoff up the middle. Has a man. This is Ethan Gray. Makes it Gavin Gray making up for his drop. He gains a big chunk back past the original line of scrimmage. Looks like a gain of 10, but it's still fourth down and medium coming up.
So Polk County West, their defense holding strong, not letting that big chunk play come to fruition and become a first down.
They do call it a gain of 10 for Gavin Gray, 8 carries, 11 yards, and we'll see how Fosston responds. Down 33-6, 6:50, second quarter, and I see Sanford come from the sideline with Coach Eric Ockery to the huddle. I believe they will flirt with going for it, and it looks to be so. They come out in the offset eye, doubles to the left, right hash mark. Pawlicki under center. Fourth down and 5. Slant pattern, and it's caught. It's caught by Sanford. Sanford has space. Sanford in the open field, and he's going to be tackled from behind by Rorick out of bounds. Oh, roll the dice, Coach Ockery. First down, Fosston.
And great decision there by Ockery. Just going to get the quick pass out. And, I mean, there was nothing that Polk County West could do to stop them from getting that first down. Even if they had made the tackle initially, it would have been a first and 10.
Ball at the 31-yard line. Sanford is third catch of the night. 49 yards. It seems like every time he's picking it up, he picks up 10 or more. 3 catches on the night for Sanford. Offset eye. This is at the 20-yard line. Fosston in business. Handoff to Gray up the middle. And Gavin Gray is thrown back behind the line of scrimmage for maybe a loss. They will call it a loss. Ethan Evans making the play in the backfield. Second down and 11. Polk County West hunkering down on defense. 5:21 here in the second quarter. Second and 11 at the 21. Last time Fosston was in this area, they were around 30 yards out, and Pawlicki found Dupont for 30 on the score. Same formation, doubles to the right. Pawlicki goes under center. Handoff, fullback dive. Ethan Gray takes it and finds maybe the original LOS. His fourth carry, 25 yards. Third down and 10, back at the 20. And that was just a slant pattern. If we can go back to that catch by Sanford, he just broke away, found his stride in the far sideline. And Corn Rorick was on his high horse racing to rope him out of bounds. They're going left to right and facing a 3rd down and long. Doubles to the left. Pavicki under center. Down at 33-6. Back to pass. 5-step drop. Falls over the dart, over the middle, and he was looking for his man Sanford again. And Sanford had to hit off his hand. Pavicki just put it above Zavarol and company, where only Sanford could get it. Could have been a touchdown.
Could have been. Very close one. As Sanford having to reach for it, he was, as you mentioned, it bounced off his hand, but just unable to get control of it on the way down.
Pavicki tonight, 4 completions, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Running clock is on right now with a 4th down and 10 coming up at the 20. 33-6, Polk County West on top of Fosston. Thunder up 42-0 in week 3. Fosston showing some growth here in this fledgling program, getting its gears back. Doubles to the left. Pavicki under center. 5-step drop. Goes over the middle in a crowd, and it's picked off by Isaac Zavarol. His first interception of the season. There's laundry on the field. Zavarol bumped down near the 24-yard line. Turnover. Fosston, 2nd interception of the night for the Greyhounds on offense. Looks like they call a block on the back maybe on Polk County West.
So it looks like they'll be starting back a lot further in their own territory than they initially thought. But still 1st and 10 for Polk County West.
Blindside block. I believe that's the 2nd penalty of the night by Polk County West.
Yeah, Fosston so far playing a clean game. No penalties on the day. Polk County West was
just that one, the hold or the false start earlier.
Just the false start, but really, other than that, they've been playing a really clean game. Polk County West with the PI earlier, and then now the blindside block.
We're starting position for the Thunder offense at their own 7, but they just found the turnover, their 2nd interception of the night on defense. Zavarol did the honors, and now he'll toss to the right. This is Gap, breaks 1 tackle, Gap in the open field, and Gap is gone! To the 40, to the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Polk County West! 93-yard gallop by Gap, and he just tied Bo Fetting for 20 touchdown rushes in 2021. Good golly almighty.
And Gap, definitely the player to be on the lookout for tonight. And
do we have a flag? Oh, you're kidding.
There is a flag, and it's on the far side by the 20 back in Polk County West territory. This is coming back.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, say it ain't so. Put it back. Toss to the right side for 93 is negated. We'll see what the official spot is. Didn't see the initial flag.
It is a hold. I didn't see it either. It must have been a
got a little ahead of ourselves there. I mean, that would have been the 4th touchdown of the night for Sam Gap, this senior.
And to almost break one for almost 100 yards on that play.
Going to call a hold here officially?
Yep, and it looks like the hold's going to go actually put them up 2 yards here. Because they were initially starting on their own 7. Now they'll bring it back to their own 9.
Oh, boy. Well, 2nd down or make it 1st down.
Well, you can call that a gain of 2.
Gain of 2, 1st down and 10 at the Polk County West 9. Zavarol back the pass, slings it, zips it. Far sideline, has a man cut at the sticks, and it's a 1st down Polk County West. It's Kaven Rorick on the reception, his first catch and first touch of the night. Gain of 11. Now 3rd pass of the night for Zavarol. He's 3 for 3. 1 touchdown. Kaven Rorick, his first grab. Goes for 11. 142 and ticking in the 2nd quarter. Right to left. In the spread offense, the Thunder go. Ball at the 20-yard line. Zavarol lost it on the snap, fumble, and takes it himself. And he's going to be bullied down for a sack, first of the night by either side. Sack on the play, looking for the official culprit for Fosston. It's Will Christian. Will Christian, number 59, makes the play from his defensive line position, rotating in there with the likes of Ethan Gray, Warren Nelson, Alex Johnson, and Gavin Gray. Brings up second down and 17 for the Thunder. First sack of the night, push it back to the 13-yard line. Under a minute to play in the second quarter. It's 33-6, Polk County West and Fosston. Zavarro under center, three backs behind him. Wishbone, single receiver to both side, toss near side, left side. Misses gap, stutter step, scoots outside, makes a man miss. Back inside, oh, the spin move. Oh, Sam Gap cut it out. First down, Polk County West. It was second down and 17. Give it a gain of 18 for Sam Gap. The clock will stop. Timeout, Coach Darren Bicklum, with 26 ticks left in the first half. That first down brought to you by Agramax, 218-891-2211. We'll keep it right here on yourliveevent.com and KKCQ. Jerry, real quick, our game right now in Section 8A quarterfinal round, Polk County West 33-6. What do we got going around the yourliveevent.com coverage area as well as RJ Broadcasting Incorporated?
Well, for your live event, the other game going on is a Minnesota Section 8 AA quarterfinal matchup between Frazee and Hawley. That game is wrapping up as they started a little earlier than we did here tonight. And Hawley will advance, winning 36-0 against Frazee. They will go on to play Pelican Rapids on Saturday, October 30th at 2 p.m.
Should be a beautiful, magnificent matchup. I believe the Vikings number 2 in Section 8 AA.
Yes.
Polk County West, the 3 seed in Section 8A. Fosston, the 6. Coming back from our timeout, brought to you by Fosston A&W, 33-6. Polk County West on top of Fosston. Community Co-op scoreboard. That 18-yard gallop by Gap, once again from the spin move, pushes it to the 37-yard line. Spread offense for Zavarro. Doubles to both sides. Has time, has a clean pocket, and has Mike Gap right in his breadbasket. And he drops it for the first incompletion of the night. Oh, he had a clear lane ahead of him. Zavarro was clean. The pass was clean. And the drop, not so much. Timeout. Coach Darren Bacon will take it with him. Brought to you by Fosston A&W, his second of the night, 33-6. Polk County West on top of Fosston. Community Co-op scoreboard.
Log on to stay up to date on all of the weekly activities at the Climax Shelley School. The website for the Climax Shelley School District provides you with up-to-date bulletins, lunch menus, sports schedules, bus route information, practice schedules, iPad apps, and upcoming events. Order some night apparel and support your teams. Go Knights and Thunder. The Climax Shelley School District thanks you for your support, and they look forward to having you attend their local events throughout the school year. Log on to isd592.org.
Coming back from our second Fosston A&W timeout of the night, Polk County West on top of Fosston, 33-6 with 10 ticks left to play in the second quarter. On the Linford's Insurance Agency scoreboard, Derek Zimmerman-Geyer, Jerry Peralta with you on yourliveevent.com, KKCQ Radio. Bicklum just took his second timeout moments ago. Mike Gap just dropped a pass that was right in his mitts from Zavarro, his first incompletion of the night. He comes back out in the spread at his own 37. Doubles to both sides. Sends a man in motion. And it's Sam Gap. No, Mike Gap up the middle. Hurdles nobody. Tries to bounce off a tackler. He'll gain 10, make it 11 yards on the third carry of the night for Mike Gap, giving him 21 on 3 carries, and that's how the cookie crumbles in the first half. Polk County West 33, Fosston 6 on the Linford's Insurance Agency scoreboard. We'll take a break and come with our halftime report. Jared Peralta will head down and talk to the head honchos for Polk County West and Fosston. You are watching on yourliveevent.com and listening on KKCQ Radio, 1480 AM and 99.7 FM KKCQ Radio.
The American farmer has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Columbia Grain and Agronomy is here to help on every acre with the highest quality products and expert local service. Contact the agronomy centers in Climax at 218-857-2165 or Arvilla at 701-343-6273. Columbia Grain and Agronomy, committed to cultivating growth through a diverse mix of products and expert knowledge. Contact them today and make the most of every acre. Call Climax at 218-857-2165 or Arvilla at 701-343-6273.
Community Co-op provides energy solutions. Farm fuels, lubricants, propane, natural gas are all available to farms, homes, businesses from Community Co-op. They enjoy working with their customers to meet your fuel and energy solutions. Call 1-888-935-2281 for farm fuel pricing, contract programs, farm lubricants, propane pricing, and delivery for farm, home, business, and natural gas service. Community Co-op appreciates the business of all current and new customers.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you. Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Harvest is more than the act of reaping what you've sown. It's the culmination of months of hard effort, along with a few weeks of working 24/7 to bring the crop in. At Sesvanderhof, we're continuously working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature, so that you can end each harvest on a high note. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sesvanderhof, a passion that grows.
Welcome to our halftime report on YourLiveEvent.com and KKCQ Radio, 1480 AM and 99.7 FM. Derek Zimmerman-Geyer, Jerry Peralta out in the field collecting halftime interviews for you guys. Let's get to our halftime break and our halftime statistics brought to you by Christian Motors. For the best selection in new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, stop by Christian Motors, your Chevy and GMC dealer in Fertile. Let's get to our scoreboard also. Polk County West, big time on top, 33-6 on top of Fosston. On the Community Co-op scoreboard and the Linford's Insurance Agency scoreboard, Thunder celebrating Senior Night, Parents Night, in the first round of the Minnesota Playoff Push, taking place in Grand Forks, North Dakota. How about that? We're at Cushman Field tonight because East Grand Forks playing a home game on their home field. The co-op between Sacred Hearts and Climax Fisher usually being played either at Climax Shelley School or East Grand Forks. Green Wave taking priority tonight, so we're on the other side of the Red River. Let's check out the first half on this side of the Red River. Here in our first half breakdown, 20 first quarter points by Polk County West. They have scored on every drive except the final one. They almost scored from 93 yards out. A 93-yard gallop by Sam Gap was called back off of a hold in that first quarter to start things off. A quick start. Just 2 plays needed. A 29-yard run by Sam Gap set up a 4-yard plunge by David Larson. PAT by Colin Rourke is good. 7-0, 11:08 first quarter. 7:42 in the second quarter. Polk County West back on offense. And Isaac Zavarral absolutely zips it on a post route to Colin Rourke. 51 yards through the air. Makes it 14-0 after Rourke's second PAT of the night. Palibicki passing right back at the Thunder. 3:06 first quarter. Thatcher completes it on a toss from 30 yards out to Ryan Dupong. Makes it 14-6. But Polk County West doesn't waste a minute. 2:12 in the first quarter. And Sam Gap again finds his first touchdown of the night starting there from 58 yards out. Makes it 20-6. PAT is no good. With 11:22 in the second quarter coming about, Sam Gap glides in from 20 yards and then 8:55 in the second. Just a few minutes later, 13 yards out by who else but Sam Gap. Sam Gap with 3 touchdowns tonight. Almost had 4. He came into the night with 16 rushing touchdowns. He has 19 and 1 rushing TD away from tying Adaborp West Bo Fenning with the most rushing touchdowns in the Northwest Conference ever. That's our record. But speaking of records for Sam Gap, he comes in tonight the record holder in the Northwest Conference with 100 attempts and 1,190 yards. That was before tonight. We haven't tallied up all his stats and yards as of right now. When we come back here in our halftime report at Cushman Field, we'll talk about those tallies and marks. Don't go anywhere. Polk County West 33, Fosston 6 on the Linford's Insurance Agency scoreboard, as well as community co-ops here at halftime on YourLiveEvent.com and KKCQ Radio.
At the Climax Shelley School District, they're preparing students today for success in a challenging tomorrow. The teachers and staff at Climax Shelley aim to inspire today's students into tomorrow's leaders. Opportunities for students include academics, athletics, fine arts, and extracurricular activities. There is one for you to join today. For the latest information on the Climax Shelley School, visit their website at isd592.org or like their Facebook page. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Climax Shelley School District.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead, wish all the area teams the best of luck. Cleveguard Apartments, with locations and apartment complexes in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. Also with self-storage and commercial rental space in Ada. Cleveguard Apartments. Call Mark at 701-866-7794. Best of luck to all the area teams from Mark and Geraldine at Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. 701-866-7794.
The mission of the Fisher Public School is to prepare all learners with the academic, social, and personal skills for lifelong success. With small class sizes, great teachers, staff, and administrators, the Fisher Public School is the perfect choice for your son or daughter to excel. To learn more about the Fisher Public School, including announcements, menus, and activity schedules, visit their website at fisher.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Fisher Public Schools.
Welcome back to our halftime report. Polk County West 33, Fosston 6. Community Co-op scoreboard on YourLiveEvent.com and Linford's Insurance Agency scoreboard on KKCQ Radio. Let's get our first half stats for Fosston set and squared away. Brought to you by Christian Motors, our statistics tonight. Through the air, Thatcher Palibicki, 146 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 37 rushing yards for the Greyhounds tonight. 183 overall. Let me double check my math there. I do scratch out a few chicken scratches there. Officially 183 overall yards in the first half by Fosston in the first half. Once again, brought to you by Christian Motors, our statistics tonight. With one of the best selections around and most competitive prices, it's worth your time to stop and visit the guys and let them put you in a new vehicle. Let Jay Peralta take his time and he'll find Coach Ockery and Coach Bicklem. We'll have our halftime interviews. Hopefully, cross your fingers, knock on wood. We'll take another break and come back with Polk County West's first half stats after this on YourLiveEvent.com and KKCQ.
A Country offers a wide range of internal growth. If you have a goal in mind and you put your mind to it, your successes can be endless.
There are so many jobs within this company that you can rotate into.
I like challenges. A Country gives me challenges.
Yeah, A Country is a great place to work. There's plenty of flexibility. You're never tied to your desk. There's a team here that is always there for you.
Yeah, grab your role and run with it, and always be aware of the opportunities because they're in front of you.
In the months of preparation for spring planting, all through the growing season and into the long days of harvest, the team at AgriMax is here to help farmers around the Red River Valley with a complete array of services and products. From seed sales to custom aerial and ground application, crop protection products, and more, AgriMax will help reach every producer's goal, peak profitability. Contact AgriMax in Fisher, Minnesota today at 218-891-2211 or online at agrimaxllc.com.
For the best selection in new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, stop by Christian Motors, your Chevy and GMC dealer, Highway 32 North in Fertile. With one of the biggest, best selections around and the most competitive prices, it's worth your time to stop and visit the guys and let them put you in a new vehicle. Check out the selection online at christianmotors.com or stop by the lot in Fertile. Proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer. It's Christian Motors in Fertile.
Log on to stay up to date on all of the weekly activities at the Climax Shelley School. The website for the Climax Shelley School District provides you with up-to-date bulletins, lunch menus, sports schedules, bus route information, practice schedules, iPad apps, and upcoming events. Order some night apparel and support your teams. Go Knights and Thunder. The Climax Shelley School District thanks you for your support, and they look forward to having you attend their local events throughout the school year. Log on to isd592.org.
Welcome back to our halftime report on YourLiveEvent.com and KKCQ Radio. Halftime winding down to its final seconds before the warm-up period. 33-6, Polk County West on top of Fosston. Community Co-op scoreboard and Lentfors Insurance Agency scoreboard. Our halftime statistics are brought to you by Christian Motors. Let's get to Polk County West. Polk County West, it's the same old ground and pound from Sam Gap, am I right? Tonight, on 7 carries, 151 yards, and 3 touchdown gallops, almost had 4, a 93-yarder negated by a hold overall. 198 rushing yards by the Thunder, 79 passing, 277 overall. Isaac Zavarol with 1 touchdown toss is 3 for 4 in the night, almost had his second. It slipped through the mitts of Mike Gap down the seam. Also have to clarify another thing. Our roster here, a little bit of a mix-up, error on our program. We had number 25 as Caden Sanford. He's actually number 49. And number 29 is actually number 25, and that's Aaron Norland. And Aaron Norland has been knocking it out of the park in the receiving game. He has 3 receptions, I believe 4. We get our unofficial stats for him later. And Norland through the air receiving has done a absolutely magnificent job. Looks like almost ready for the second half. Polk County West up 33-6. Derek Zimmerman-Geyer and Jerry Peralta will be joining us in the broadcast booth shortly. Polk County West got the ball to begin the first half. I heard they deferred. I believe Fosston. So Fosston will get the ball in the second half, down 33-6. Again, our first half scoring officially 20 points in the first for PCW, 6 for Fosston after that 30-yard beautiful breadbasket pass by Palubicki to DePong. Evan Aguseg, a bagel on the board for the PCW defense in the second. They put up 13 more. And Sam Gap with 3 consecutive scoring plays, 3 consecutive drives, 1 a 58-yard run, 1 of 20 on the ground, and 13 the hat trick. He has 19 touchdowns on the season. Just 1 shy of tying Bo Fetting, who has 20, a Northwest Conference record. Looks like both teams are just about ready to begin the second half, and Jerry Peralta will be joining us momentarily. It's the first round of the Section 8A tournament, Minnesota High School football, and Grand Forks, North Dakota tonight at Cushman Field. Let's look at the Section 8A bracket. Number 1, Ada Borup West, 1 loss on the season. They sit high and pretty at the number 1 seed. They'll play the winner of number 5 Bagley and number 4 Red Lake County, also playing tonight. That game started at 6 p.m. at Red Lake Falls. Whoever wins that game plays the Cougars on Saturday at 2 p.m. in Ada, Minnesota. Whoever wins this game between the Thunder and the Greyhounds, they will meet the number 2 seeded Minoan-Waban Thunderbirds on Saturday, also at 2 p.m. And whoever wins those semifinal games will clash in the Fargo Dome for all the marbles and a chance at the state tournament. Looks like we're just moments away from kickoff. Colin Rourke will kick off right to left on our dial. And he'll kick off to Fosston. Looks like it's to the far sideline, and Palibiki watches it go out of bounds. And a flag on the play, just the third of the day by Polk County West. And Fosston is going to have a great starting field position to begin the second half. 33-6. Community Co-op scoreboard. So we'll see Fosston get the ball at the 35 of their own territory. Palibiki and the Greyhounds don't come out in many different formations. It's usually that offset I formation with either a single receiver or a double set. And they come out in the double set on the far left hash mark, left to right, doubles to the left. Palibiki under center, offset I. Going to give up to Gray up the middle. Gray once again going nowhere. He is swallowed up by the Thunder defense, taking him for no gain. No problem there for the Thunder here in the third quarter. That official gain of 1 yard by Gray brings up no gain. Maybe a few inches here and there, but second down and 10 coming up at the 35. Gray, his 10th carry. Make that Ethan Gray his 5th carry, 25 yards. Palibiki, same formation, under center, doubles to the left. Swing pass out to Dupong, and Dupong, no, that's actually Norland, and it just slips through his grasp. Third down and long coming up. We bring back Jerry Peralta, and Jerry, looks like you just had yourself a hike, huh?
Yeah, running from all the way back near Fosston's end zone to here up here. It's quite the trek.
I believe Palibiki completed that pass, his 6th completion of the night, and Norland's 4th catch. It brings up a third down and 9 to the 36. I thought that hit the turf. It did not. Credit to Norland, number 25. They send out doubles to the right in the offset I. Left hash mark going left to right. Palibiki, delayed handoff, gives the Gray. Ball's on the ground. That ball is loose. Polk County West pounces. And what are they going to call it? 4th down. Fist in the air. Just lucky to get it back. I was wrong earlier in our halftime report. Palibiki with 2 interceptions now. Almost a third turnover for Fosston, and they will punt with Robbie Olson. They send back a new player out there. Zach Finno. This one better than the 11-yard punt earlier from Olson, and it's pounced on inside the 45 at the 47-yard line. And that's where Polk County West will set up shop. Up 33-6, 10:04 second quarter. Derek Zimmermeyer, Jerry Peralta, thanks for joining us in the first round of the Section 8A tournament. Minnesota playoff postseason. The playoff push is on. Ball's at the 47 officially. We'll see Isaac Zavarol come out, 3 for 4, with 79 passing yards, 1 touchdown. He's in the shotgun formation, doubles to both sides in that spread offense. Looks to be Larson, no, Finn into his right hip pocket. He finds a man on a hitch pattern. That is Sam Gap, escaping one tackler and circling back for an official gain of 10. He's gang tackled inside the 45 of Fosston territory. And a first down, move those chains for Polk County West, brought to you by Agramax. Agramax, 218-891-2211. The team at Agramax wants to help you. Help you inform farmers around the Red River Valley. 4th completion of the night for Zavarol, 89 yards. And I believe that's Sam Gap's first completed reception of the night. His first catch goes for 10. Ball at the 41. Zavarol back to pass again. Now going to scoot, taking himself. Takes it out to the left side, near sideline. Almost breaks a tackle and taken out at the 30-yard line, but after an 11-yard gain. Move the chains once again, brought to you by Agramax. Zavarol, officially his first carry of the night, and bumping up to 12. Jerry, what do I always say?
Always round up.
Always round up. Gain of 12 for Zavarol. First down and 10. Pushes it to the 29-yard line of Fosston. Going right to left from our dial. Spread offense for Polk County West. Trips right. Colin Rourke, the lone receiver, to the left. At the numbers, Zavarol takes the snap. Out pass to Sam Gap. Sam Gap takes it for 7 yards, make it 8, and brings up second down and short. Now getting Sam Gap involved in the passing game. I mean, what else can't he do? Zavarol, his 5th completion. And Gap, his 2nd time hooking up with his quarterback.
Zavarol having a lot of time in the pocket there. That was the one thing that Coach Bickler mentioned in the halftime comments is protection has been key for the Polk County West Thunder. They've been able to get these lanes open for Sam Gap on the runs. They've given Zavarol time in the pocket when he's needed to throw. Protection has just been key, and that's just a lot of credit to that offensive line.
Zavarol's jersey is clean, and so is his play. Trips to the left, single to the right. He goes to the left, looking for Rourke, and it just sails over his head in coverage for Fosston. Looks to be the likes of Ryan Dupont. Second incompletion of the night for Zavarol. He is 5 for 7. Brings up 3rd down and 3 at the 22. That last hookup to Gap, officially 7 yards. Zavarol at the half with 79 passing yards. He came into the night with 519 overall. He now has 9 touchdowns and came in passing 58% accuracy. On that right hash mark, bunch trips right. Single to the left is Rourke. It's a draw play. This is Finno, and Finno falls for the first down. Call it a gain of 4 yards for the senior getting the nod. Finno, I believe that's his first touch of the night on offense, and it moves the chains. Ball to the 15-yard line. Polk County West in business, already up 33-6, looking to take on Mahnomen-Waban if they win, a team they did not see in the regular season. The Thunderbirds, the number 2 seed. They lost to the Cougars of Ada Borup West in that regular season. Trips to the right. Right hash mark, swing pass out to Sam Gap. Sam Gap takes it and fights off a pack of Greyhounds for a medium gain. The Greyhounds ganging up on Gap, and that's how you have to stop him when he's in open field. I mean, good golly.
Yeah, that's what Coach Acri mentioned in the or Acri, excuse me, in the halftime comments is you just really get the initial hold and then gang up on Gab. That's the only way you're going to stop him, from being as productive as he is. But as we both know, you can't really stop this offense. You can only hope to slow it down.
Polk County West, 4-state punt on defense to start this half. Started at the Fosston 47. Trips to the left on the right hash mark. Rourke, that far receiver on the left. Zavarol back the pass. He goes to Mike Gap. Mike Gap out of the backfield. No on a screen pass, and Mike Gap blitzes and blows past the defender for a gain of, call it 5 yards. Ryan Dupont on the tackle. The freshman taking the brunt of that from the sophomore.
Yeah, and the Thunder started on their own 47. Started this drive there. But, I mean, so far putting together quite the drive.
Mike Gap, his first reception of the night. This is 5 different receivers Zavarol has zipped it to. And he has it trips left on the left hash mark. Denny, the receiver to the right. Finno to his left hip pocket. 3rd down and 2 at the 7. Zavarol, fade pattern for Denny. And Denny, did he grab it? It's incomplete. It was in the hands almost of Fosston. We have a late flag coming, and it's in.
It caught the helmet. It caught the helmet of Montana Jorgensen.
Montana
Jorgensen.
Oh boy, what are they going to call here? They're going to call a late flag on Polk County West. I believe a hold.
Yeah.
Or a block. And a block and poke back Polk County West. A few yards on their 4th. Make it 3rd penalty of the night. Denny on the incompletion. That's Zavarol's third incompletion tonight.
Man,
7 for 10.
Polk County back quite a bit. Initially on the 7, went back 15 yards. It must have been a unsportsmanlike or unnecessary.
Couldn't contain myself seeing the flag, so we'll see Colin Rorick line up from the 22-yard line. What does this say, 35-yard, 34-yard field goal?
Give or take.
Rorick going to let it loose, and it is just in. It's good. Colin Rorick with the field goal makes it a 36-6 game. What is that, 38 yards?
I want to say 38.
I didn't do the math correctly. 38 yards from Colin Rorick makes it a 30-point ball game. 3:42 in the third quarter on the Community Co-op scoreboard. We'll take a break and come back with the kickoff to Fosston after this break on YourLiveEvent.com and KKCQ.
The American farmer has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Columbia Grain and Agronomy is here to help on every acre with the highest quality products and expert local service. Contact the agronomy centers in Climax at 218-857-2165 or our villa at 701-343-6273. Columbia Grain and Agronomy, committed to cultivating growth through a diverse mix of products and expert knowledge. Contact them today and make the most of every acre. Call Climax at 218-857-2165 or our villa at 701-343-6273.
Kind of off guard there, Jerry. We're not used to seeing field goals in high school football. 38 yards from Colin Rorick makes it 36-6. It is good here in the third quarter, 3:42. And Rorick kicks off right to left. Ball is still loose, nobody on it yet, and just pouncing on it, ball still out. Pop free from Olsen and company, and it will be Fosston football, I believe, at their own 20. Greyhounds do jump on it.
Actually, I'm seeing one ref point the other way in favor of the Thunder.
I thought I saw that too for a moment.
And it is official. It is a recovery by the Thunder.
There it is. Fosston, a turnover. Their third today. This one officially a fumble. They turned it over 3 times in week 3 versus Polk County West. Thunder up by 30 on the Linford's Insurance Agency scoreboard, and they are set up pretty at their own. Now make it the Fosston 20-yard line. Zavarol comes out in the shotgun, trips to the left. Single to the right is Denny. Hip pocket to the right is Finno. Back to pass, Zavarol, 3-step drop, crossing pattern. That's Sam Gap breaking a tackle and gaining 10 more yards. Sam Gap through the air. How do you stop him?
You really can't. He has been having himself quite the game, not only through on the ground, but through the air so far in the second half.
Officially a gain of 11. 4 receptions for 31 yards. Sam Gap, 8 completions by Zavarol. Another first down. That's Zavarol's, I want to say, third, fourth first down completion of the night. He has spread the love to his receiving core with 5 different Thunder receivers hauling it in. Ball at the 9. First down and goal. 3 minutes and ticking in the third. Zavarol left is the trips. Hands up to Finno. Draw play. Finno just galloping and hopscotching into the end zone for the score. Punch 6 more on the board for Polk County West. 42-6. Finno's second rush of the night. That one's from 9 yards out. Get some official stats for Finno later on. Colin Rorick will line up for the PAT. 2 rushes, 13 yards for Finno, and 1 score. 2:49, third quarter. Rorick is through and true. Had the 38-yard field goal and completes the PAT 43-6. Polk County West capitalizes on the kickoff return fumble by Fosston with 2:49 in the third quarter on the Community Co-op scoreboard. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com and listening to KKCQ Radio.
Community Co-op provides energy solutions. Farm fuels, lubricants, propane, natural gas are all available to farms, homes, businesses from Community Co-op. They enjoy working with their customers to meet your fuel and energy solutions. Call 1-888-935-2281 for farm fuel pricing, contract programs, farm lubricants, propane pricing, and delivery for farm, home, business, and natural gas service. Community Co-op appreciates the business of all current and new customers.
Polk County West, they are up 43-6 on top of Fosston on the Lindfors Insurance Agency scoreboard. Zach Finno from 9 yards out on the draw takes it himself. 2 rushes, 13 yards. He scores on senior night in the first round of the playoffs, 43-6. Here in the third, Rourke kicks off right to left, another squibber, and it's picked up by Palibicki at his own 30 and bounces and pops his way inside to the 37. Make it the 36. Mike Gap on the tackle. We've been calling Gap's name a lot. Either Mike Gap or Sam Gap. It's been all Polk County West. It was at one point 14-6 with 3:06 in the first quarter, Jerry. Fosston cannot recapture that magic they had in the first quarter. Since then, 2 interceptions by Palibicki and a fumble on their last kickoff return. They set up at their own 36, left and right, 2:41 here in the third quarter. Single to the right. Offset eye for Palibicki on that left hash mark. The junior hands off left side, stretch play for Gray. Gray is gang tackled, not going anywhere.
Gavin Gray on the carry.
Gavin Gray, his 10th carry of the night. And all for now
Tackle made by number 30.
9 yards. He lost one on the play.
Loss of 1 on the play brings up second down and 11.
Second down and 11 at the 35. That Palibicki dart to DuPong earlier is a bright spot you got to look at if you're Coach Eric Ockery. That drive was beautiful. The pass was absolutely perfectly placed by his quarterback. We'll see what he can do on this drive with doubles to the right in the same I formation. 3-step drop, make it 5. Letting loose for DuPong, who can't beat the coverage by number 14, Braden Duffney in the game, a senior for the Thunder. And it brings up third down and 11. DuPong in this game, 1 reception on his first reception for 7 yards, and he took one, hauled it in on the far sideline for 30 on that score. Ball still at the 35-yard line. It's more inching closer to the 36. 1:25 in the third quarter on EuroLiveEvent.com and KKCQ Radio, 1480 AM, 99.7 FM. Doubles of a light. On the left, left hash mark. Palibicki gives it up the middle to Gray. Gray spinning and bouncing, and he gains maybe 1. Gavin Gray gets that yard back on his 11th carry, but it's 4th down and 10. Oh, they give him a few more, actually. Pushing ahead. Gain of 2.
Brings up
4th down and 7. We'll round up and give Gray another one here. 11 carries for 12 yards for number 27, the sophomore. Fosston goes for it. Doubles to the left, that same offset I formation. Going to beat it to death. Jump pass from Palibicki, and it's incomplete. Turnover on downs. And believe it or not, it's the first turnover on downs we've seen tonight.
Yeah, it has been. Fosston normally just punting it away on a 4th down, 4th and long.
3 punts tonight by Fosston, I believe.
3 punts, and then the 2 interceptions, and then the fumble recovery on the kick return, and now a turnover on downs. Yeah,
they've stayed gritty. They've stayed going after it. I believe we're going to see some new players in for Polk County West. I saw number 5 in there. That's Will Zavarall, a younger brother of Isaac, a freshman, and he commands the offense. I believe now he's under center with that wishbone formation. 3 backs behind him, going right to left. Handoff up the middle. Finova Sr. scurries and fights his way for 8 yards. And call it a gain of 7. I always tell you round up, but you got to play by the rules when it comes to stats, Jerry.
Gain of 6 on the play.
Gain of 6, round down even more. And that's the end of the third quarter. At the end of 3, Polk County West 43, Fosston 6. On the Community Co-op scoreboard, we head to the final quarter of regulation in the Section 8A quarterfinal round between the Thunder and the Greyhounds on YourLiveEvent.com and KKCQ.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you. Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And is done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Welcome to the fourth quarter. Here at Cushman Field, Grand Forks, North Dakota, Derek Zimmerman-Geyer, Jerry Peralta to my left. It was a close game at one point in the first quarter, but Polk County West on top of Fosston 43-6 on the Linfors Insurance Agency scoreboard. You're watching it on YourLiveEvent.com and listening to KKCQ Radio. That's 1480 AM, 99.7 FM, KKCQ. Jerry, we're seeing some young players come in for Polk County West now. They have themselves set up at second down 4 after that Zach Finnan 6-yard rush at the, the Fosston 32? Or is it their own 32?
They're in the Fosston 32.
Fosston 32. Looking ahead, we can start to talk about Mahnomen-Waubun and Polk County West's inevitable matchup this season. They didn't play in the regular season, but now the 2 and 3 seed will clash on Saturday. The score stands. We got a whole quarter to play, but we see the youngins in now. That's Will Zavrel, under center, younger brother of Isaac. Hands off up the middle, and the ball is out. Oh, I thought the ball was out. The ball was out. That was
getting a little bit ahead of yourself there, Derek.
I saw something fly, but Kevin Warwick can't fly upfield. He maybe gains half a yard. He's pushed back to the line of scrimmage, brings up third down and 4.
Well, looking ahead at the possible matchup for Polk County West against Mahnomen-Waubun, we mentioned they have not met in the regular season, but the one team that both programs have in common is Ada Borup West, and Ada Borup West took control against Mahnomen-Waubun while they struggled against Polk County West. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the following game.
Zavrel hands off left side on a counter play to number 12, Carter Helgeson, a senior, getting some time to shine, and he moves the chains. And when you move the chains, it's brought to you by Agramax. Once again, Agramax, helping you and helping farmers from around the Red River Valley. Call them at 218-891-2211 or visit agramaxllc.com. Helgeson will have to give him a gain there for the first down and get him on our stat chart. All the Thunder getting chances to play here. First down and 10 at the 25 of Fosston. 10:40, fourth quarter. Left to right. Zavrel under center, hands off up the middle. This is officially a gain of 1 yard by a new ball carrier, number 11, John Proze, a fellow senior as well, getting some chances to run the ball. He finds himself with 3 yards. Ball at the 22, second down and 7. Polk County West at halftime. Everyone's getting a chance to run the ball, but it was Sam Gapp setting the tone and setting the standard. He had, I believe, 7 carries, 151 on the ground, and 3 touchdowns. This one's up the middle again, and another first down for Polk County West. Move the chains. Looking for the official chain mover, and I believe it was number 11 again. Proze finds 7 more. His second carry. Round up and give him 8. 3 carries, make it 2 carries for 11 yards. First down and 10 at the Fosston 14. Monster backfield, all 3 backs behind him lined up in the T formation. And the ball is on the ground, I believe this time. Handoff up the middle, and it is Fosston football. The first Polk County West turnover tonight. It comes in the fourth quarter of 9:12 to play. Fosston forces a turnover. Would you say that was a forced fumble or just a mishandled handoff?
I would say mishandled handoff. This is more of the second team we're seeing for Polk County West, so obviously not as many reps or live reps as we would normally see, and just a little bit of miscommunication there on the handoff.
Didn't see who officially got it for Fosston. That's our mistake. But we see the Greyhound offense come out at their own 14-yard line. Powabicki under center. Offset eye, single to the right. Handoff up the middle. A nice lane there for Gray. Gray put on a stiff arm. Gavin Gray gains 6 yards.
Number 27, Gavin Gray on the carry.
His 12th carry. Carrying the load tonight for his Greyhounds. Just pushes it inside. You have a 20. I think we have a flag on the field. We have a face mask against Polk County West. Personal foul. I believe that's the 14th, or excuse me, the 4th of the night for the Thunder.
Face mask on the play.
So now that'll put Fosston all the way up at the 35-yard line for the next play.
12 carry for Gavin Gray. He has 18 yards. Powabicki under center, same formation, right hash mark, right to left, hand up,
and
up the
fumble.
middle, and tit for tat. Do the Thunder get it back?
Fumble on the play.
Everyone's diving at it. Jerry, why don't you get out the window and get it?
That's too far.
And I believe Fosston got it back.
They did get it back, and I mean, good fortune on them to just not give up another turnover.
They gained a few yards.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up second.
I believe that was
down.
Ethan Gray because there was a fullback dive. So give him 3 more. He has 6 carries for 28 on the turf. 43-6 ball game in the 4th quarter. 8-11 and ticking. Polk County West on top. Here in our community co-op scoreboard. Thatcher Powabicki back under center. Single receiver to the right. Handoff to Gray up the middle. Counter play. And Gray fighting his way. But then he's spun back and tossed aside after the initial push. Gavin Gray on the carry. Dawson Rorick having his name called and stops the 2-yard gain. 13 rushes by Gavin Gray tonight is the most by any rusher in this ball game. Anyone in the backfield. And I believe Sam Gapp stopped at his mark at halftime. 7 carries for 151 and 3 touchdowns. He's going to fall just 1 shy as of tonight for tying Bo Fedding's 20. Powabicki swing pass to the right side. That's Norland. Norland in open space, and he's tackled high and spun out of bounds, but not after the first down. Once again, brought to you by Mustang Seeds. First down tonight brought to you by Mustang Seeds. Call them at 218-415-0987. Caught a gain of 11 from Powabicki's pass, his 7th completion. And Norland's 4th, make it 5th reception. Ball is at the 47-yard line of Fosston after recovering the fumble from Polk County West. 6:41 and ticking in the 4th. Right hash mark. Looks like Norland is on the left side, single receiver. Powabicki up the middle. Gut punch from the fullback. It's Ethan Gray, and Ethan Gray gains 4.
Ethan Gray on the carry.
Second down and medium coming up. Call it to the 50. Second down and 6. Ethan Gray's 7th carry. 32 yards. A lot of talent for Fosston to foster in this program's rise back. Last year we can talk about them. Well, they didn't play last year, first off. But winless in 2019, winless this season. But they gave Polk County West a fight in that first quarter. Couldn't stop them on offense, but they answered back on that scoring drive. Powabicki falls down, handing it off, and given to Gray, who is being ripped at by number 12, Carter Helgeson. I believe it stayed in his mitts. Gavin Gray finds a few more, makes it 3rd and short. Ethan Evans actually on the tackle. It's 3rd down and 3 after the gain of 3. Polk County West, the last 2 seasons, the Thunder have found themselves in the Section 8A championship, and they have not advanced past that point. But a strong showing in this first round to start that journey tonight. Palibiki hands off to Gray. Stiff arm up the middle of the fullback, fighting for the first down. He was right at the line of game and then being pushed back. See where they spawn him. They give him the first down.
They'll give them enough for the first down. Fosston putting on quite the drive. 4:45 left to go here in the game. Just looking to end strong. That was the one thing Coach Akri mentioned was we want to finish the season strong no matter what the outcome is. Put up a fight. Make Polk County really work for it towards the end here.
In Week 3's matchup, Fosston, at the near end of the game, finally answered with a Palibiki plunge into the end zone from a quarterback sneak, as we see a Gray handoff up the middle, and he fights for 7-8 more yards. Actually, I believe we have a new Gray in there. Kelton Gray getting his name called. A trifecta of Grays. Kelton finds 8. Second down and 2 coming up. That's number 20 Kelton wears. Polk County West, they average 35 points per game. They give up 11, 43 tonight, and 6 in against them. Palibiki up the middle again, and didn't see the number. Looking down at our...
I want to say it was Kelton Gray.
It was Kelton Gray. I was leading up to it. It's probably a Gray.
Probably a Gray. Seeing the ball, it's probably a Gray.
He gains the first down. And it's at the 31-yard line of Polk County West. Strong drive for this young squad. Kelton with 2 rushes. Picks up 3 there. He has 12 on the night. Make it 11. Palibiki under center on the left hash mark. I formation. Hand off to Kelton once again. Right side. And he's just past the LOS before being tripped down. 2:48, fourth quarter. Gain of 1 for Gray. 43-6. Community Co-op scoreboard on yourlabevent.com and on KKCQ, Linford's Insurance Agency scoreboard. Thanks to all of our sponsors tonight for making this broadcast possible, as well as the accommodating staff of Red River High School and here in Grand Forks. The Rough Riders letting these teams use their field. Palibiki to Kelton Gray, and he is hit at the wall of Thunder linemen, and he's not going anywhere. No gain on the play. 2 minutes and change to play. If we can look back at the season for both teams, it's a 3rd down and 9. Approaches at the 30. Under 2 minutes to play. Polk County West 4-0 going into Week 5 versus the also 4-0 Ada Borup West Cougars. They battle the unbeatens as Gray finds the far sideline, hits his stride, and he punches it for 30 yards out, just like Week 3. Fosston fights back and finds 6 on the board. Caught me off guard there.
Yeah, a little late than never, but better late than never, as probably the better expression there, as the Fosston Greyhounds looking to put up one last effort and just find the end zone one more time. 1:35 left to go in the quarter, or in the game.
43-12, 30 yards out for Ethan Gray. He has 65 yards on 9 carries. Fosston goes for 2. Palibiki offset, receiver to the left. He hands to Kelton. Kelton cruises in for the 2-point conversion, and it's 43-14. Polk County West still on top, but Fosston puts 6 more on the board with 1:35 with the play in regulation on the Community Co-op scoreboard. Take a 30-second break and come back after this on yourlabevent.com and KKCQ.
Harvest is more than the act of reaping what you've sown. It's the culmination of months of hard effort, along with a few weeks of working 24/7 to bring the crop in. At Sesvanderhof, we're continuously working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature, so that you can end each harvest on a high note. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sesvanderhof, a passion that grows.
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com. A 30-yard touchdown gallop. Gliding in is Ethan Gray for his first score of the night. Makes it 43-14 on the Community Co-op scoreboard. 1:35 left to play in the fourth quarter. Howie Bakey to kick it back to Polk County West. We'll see if they want to find it on an onside kick or if they just want to end the game. Gray from 30 yards out. 2-point conversion is good from Kelton Gray. Here we are at 43-14 at Cushman Field. Howie Bakey kicking right to left to the Thunder. It's end over end kick picked up at the 20-yard line and fumbled by the Thunder. This is Will Zavarall, and he is walloped inside the 25 at the 28 with 1:25 left to tick, and it will keep ticking with the running clock in effect. Polk County West will run a few plays, a handful, not even that, and the clock will run out. Polk County West will pick up its official 7th win of the season, but they did, I guess, technically have a forfeit win over Red Lake Falls 2 weeks ago. Does not show up on our websites, but Polk County West going to show up and show out here to finish this game out. Zavarall under center. Wishbone hands off up the middle. And all the Greyhounds jumping on that. And it looks like a fumble also occurred on that play. See who has it. No official signal yet.
Second down is the official signal.
Second down and 10, make it maybe 1. And second down and 10 with 55 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. One more play to be ran, and that should cap it. Under 42, 41, 40, second down and 10 coming up. Polk County West came into tonight's game winners of 2 in a row after losing to the Cougars of Ada Borup West, as that handoff goes up the middle for a minimal gain. Brings up third down for what is possibly the final time tonight. Fosston will end the season at 0-7 and 0-3 on the road, 0-5 in Section 8A. Will Zavarall trots to the huddle, maybe get up to the line of scrimmage just in time for the best play to run the victory formation. Nope, they're going to run it. And up the middle the Thunder go to end tonight's game. Jerry, put it in print. Polk County West will clash with Mahnomen-Waubun. Your final score on the Community Co-op scoreboard: Polk County West 43, Fosston 14. We will see a 2 and 3 seed matchup on Saturday. That game will be on YourLiveEvent.com and also KRJM 101.5 FM radio. We will carry it both on YouTube and our radio broadcasts. Polk County West, once again, 43, Fosston 14. We'll take a break, come back with our players of the game, final stats, and looking ahead. You are watching on YourLiveEvent.com and listening to 1480 AM and 99.7 FM KKCQ Radio.
At the Climax Shelley School District, they're preparing students today for success in a challenging tomorrow. The teachers and staff at Climax Shelley aim to inspire today's students into tomorrow's leaders. Opportunities for students include academics, athletics, fine arts, and extracurricular activities. There is one for you to join today. For the latest information on the Climax Shelley School, visit their website at isd592.org or like their Facebook page. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Climax Shelley School District.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead, wish all the area teams the best of luck. Cleveguard Apartments, with locations and apartment complexes in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. Also with self-storage and commercial rental space in Ada. Cleveguard Apartments. Call Mark at 701-866-7794. Best of luck to all the area teams from Mark and Geraldine at Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. 701-866-7794.
The mission of the Fisher Public School is to prepare all learners with the academic, social, and personal skills for lifelong success. With small class sizes, great teachers, staff, and administrators, the Fisher Public School is the perfect choice for your son or daughter to excel. To learn more about the Fisher Public School, including announcements, menus, and activity schedules, visit their website at fisher.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Fisher Public Schools.
Egg Country offers a wide range of internal growth. If you have a goal in mind and you put your mind to it, your successes can be endless.
There are so many jobs within this company that you can rotate into.
I like challenges. Egg Country gives me challenges.
Yeah, Egg Country is a great place to work. There's plenty of flexibility. You're never tied to your desk. There's a team here that is always there for you.
Yeah, grab your role and run with it. And always be aware of the opportunities because they're in front of you.
In the months of preparation for spring planting, all through the growing season and into the long days of harvest, the team at AgriMax is here to help farmers around the Red River Valley with a complete array of services and products. From seed sales to custom aerial and ground application, crop protection products, and more, AgriMax will help reach every producer's goal, peak profitability. Contact AgriMax in Fisher, Minnesota today at 218-891-2211 or online at agrimaxllc.com.
Welcome to our post-game report in Grand Forks, North Dakota at Cushman Field. The final on the Linford's Insurance Agency scoreboard, Polk County West 43, Fosston 14. The Thunder now 7-1 on the season. The Greyhounds in their 2021 campaign at 0-7. The Thunder will see number 2 seed Minowan-Waban this Saturday at 2 p.m. That game on yourliveevent.com. And KRJM. That's 101.5 FM KRJM. Let's get to our post-game wrap-up and recap. And 21st quarter points for the Thunder set the tone for PCW. And just 52 seconds in, from 4 yards out, it's David Larson getting the nod and scoring from 4 yards, making it 7-0 after the PAT from Colin Rourke. I believe Colin Rourke was 3 for 5 on PATs tonight. 7:42, Zavarall zips it to Colin Rourke, 51 yards out, 14-0. And just 4 short minutes later, at the 3:06 mark, Dupont answers with Palibiki, putting it right into his lap into the end zone, 30 yards out. The Greyhound score can't convert. It's 14-6. And just 2 minutes to tick left, and not even a minute later for Polk County West, Sam Gap runs all over the Greyhounds, galvanizes them for 58 yards, 20-6. PAT is no good. Into the second quarter, and Gap scores again, 11:22 on the clock from 20 yards out, 27-6. 8:55. Who else but Sam Gap, 13 yards out, 33-6. In the third quarter, as we switch gears past halftime, a 38-yard field goal, a 38-yarder from Colin Rourke. Goes through the uprights just barely, and Colin Rourke makes it count. Here on senior night, the senior puts it through and true. It's 36-6. Finno with a 9-yard run. Zach Finno in the game in the third quarter. He scores from just 9 out, makes it 43-6. And just moments ago, it was Ethan Gray from 30 yards finding a fight for the Fosston Greyhounds, 43-14, and that is how we fall and put it in print tonight. PCW 43, Fosston 14 on the Linfors Insurance Agency scoreboard. We'll take a break, come back with post-game interviews and our players of the game after this here on YourLiveEvent.com and KKCQ Radio.
For the best selection in new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, stop by Christian Motors, your Chevy and GMC dealer, Highway 32 North in Fertile. With one of the biggest, best selections around and the most competitive prices, it's worth your time to stop and visit the guys and let them put you in a new vehicle. Check out the selection online at christianmotors.com or stop by the lot in Fertile. Proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer. It's Christian Motors in Fertile.
Log on to stay up to date on all of the weekly activities at the Climax Shelley School. The website for the Climax Shelley School District provides you with up-to-date bulletins, lunch menus, sports schedules, bus route information, practice schedules, iPad apps, and upcoming events. Order some night apparel and support your teams. Go Knights and Thunder. The Climax Shelley School District thanks you for your support, and they look forward to having you attend their local events throughout the school year. Log on to isd592.org.
The American farmer has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Columbia Grain and Agronomy is here to help on every acre with the highest quality products and expert local service. Contact the agronomy centers in Climax at 218-857-2165 or our villa at 701-343-6273. Columbia Grain and Agronomy, committed to cultivating growth through a diverse mix of products and expert knowledge. Contact them today and make the most of every acre. Call Climax at 218-857-2165 or our villa at 701-343-6273.
Community Co-op provides energy solutions. Farm fuels, lubricants, propane, natural gas are all available to farms, homes, businesses from Community Co-op. They enjoy working with their customers to meet your fuel and energy solutions. Call 1-888-935-2281 for farm fuel pricing, contract programs, farm lubricants, propane pricing, and delivery for farm, home, business, and natural gas service. Community Co-op appreciates the business of all current and new customers.
Welcome you back to our post-game report on YourLiveEvent.com and KKCQ Radio. Derek Zimmerman-Geyer, now joined by Jerry Peralta. We recap the Section 8A tournament. We just saw the quarterfinal round with the number 3 Polk County West Thunder taking care of Fosston 43-14 on the Community Co-op scoreboard. Another game in Section 8A played tonight. Number 5 Bagley taking on number 4 Red Lake County. That game was at 6 p.m. at Red Lake Falls. We'll look for a final score around the Twitterverse later on tonight as we churn on in our post-game report. Whoever wins that game between Bagley and RLC takes on the number 1 seeded Ada Borup West Cougars on Saturday at 2. But we know for sure Polk County West is going to clash if Monoman Waban on Saturday at 2 as well. And then whoever wins that game heads to the Fargo Dome on November 4th. That game slated for 8 p.m., Jerry. That's a kind of a late game, but we had an early game earlier today on YourLiveEvent.com. It was Holly versus Frazee in Section 8AA play. What do we see from the Nuggets tonight, Jer?
The Nuggets come away victorious over Frazee. They win it 36-0, and as mentioned, they started earlier, about a couple hours earlier than we did, so they finished up rather quickly, so they will go on to play Pelican Rapids. Looking at the Bagley game, they did play today at 6 against Red Lake County, and where they fell short 40-28 against Red Lake County.
12-point rally and win for the Rebels. The Rebels who just saw Ada Borup West this past Wednesday. Kind of a weird Wednesday spot for football that occurs at the end of the regular season in Minnesota regular seasons. So we'll see, once again, Ada Borup West clash and tangle with the Red Lake County Rebels. That game on YourLiveEvent.com. And it should be this Saturday again at 2 p.m. Also on 106.5 FM KRJB. Jerry, got something else for us?
Yeah, I got one more in the Section 8AA, as Holly will go on to play Pelican Rapids. Crookston will fall to Warroad, and Warroad will go on to play Barnesville this Saturday as Crookston will lose to Warroad 42-18. And that will map out your Section 8AA and Section 8A semifinals.
Warroad winning tonight, so Section 8AA. Polk County West, they took care of the Warriors in Week 2, 34-6, and they take care of Fosston tonight, 43-14. I see Coach Darren Bicklum making his way and getting on his high horse. He'll meet us in the broadcast booth momentarily. When we come back, we'll have the head honcho of the Polk County West Thunder, Coach Darren Bicklum, after this break on YourLiveEvent.com and KKCQ Radio.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you. Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day, and is done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Harvest is more than the act of reaping what you've sown. It's the culmination of months of hard effort, along with a few weeks of working 24/7 to bring the crop in. At Sesvanderhof, we're continuously working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature, so that you can end each harvest on a high note. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sesvanderhof, a passion that grows.
At the Climax Shelley School District, they're preparing students today for success in a challenging tomorrow. The teachers and staff at Climax Shelley aim to inspire today's students into tomorrow's leaders. Opportunities for students include academics, athletics, fine arts, and extracurricular activities. There's one for you to join today. For the latest information on the Climax Shelley School, visit their website at isd592.org or like their Facebook page. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Climax Shelley School District.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com and KKCQ Radio. Final on the Linfors Insurance Agency scoreboard. Polk County West 43, Fosston with 14. Now joined by the head honcho of the Thunder with officially your 7th win tonight. A big win against the Greyhounds for a second time. Coach Darren Bicklum. Coach, your initial thoughts after tonight's playoff matchup?
It was a quick start and got after it, and and got a lot of people in there to play tonight, which was nice on senior night and parents' night.
Yeah, I think just about everyone and their parents ran the ball tonight. And speaking of running, we'll talk to your star running back later. Sam Gapp, 7 attempts, 151 on the ground, and 3 touchdowns. Had the hat trick early. What was your offensive line doing well?
They're just getting on people and staying on them and giving them some alleys to run through. And, and he sees the field well. And, it's a history after that for him.
What's it like to have Zavro on his first pass of the night, hit Rorick in stride for 51? What kind of confidence did that give the team right off the gate?
It's a good confidence boost right away, and got the passing game moving a little bit more. We've kind of been in a lull with that lately, but it's just a good night overall by all aspects of the game.
Fosston fought back, made it 14-6. Palabicki had a nice drop in the bucket to his freshman receiver, DePong. What were you thinking when Fosston made it a one-possession game early on?
We need to do some pass skelly in practice on Wednesday. So, yeah, that's going to happen. Kids are kids. It's going to happen. But, they made a nice play. They scored. Kudos to them. And, yeah, we just need to make sure we're a little tougher on our corners and on the receivers.
Another 40-point outing for your offense. It coasts in the second half. Now you can focus on Monoman Waubun, a team you didn't see in the regular season, number 2 seeded Thunderbirds. Seeing their film on tape with AWRP West and other teams, they're a really methodical offense. They just march down the field. What do you see in the Thunderbirds? What can you exploit against their offense?
We just got to stop them. They're going to get yards, we know that, and we just have to stop them, put them in longer first and second down attempts, and they're good. They're good. They're the number 2 seed for a reason. And we're the 3 for a reason. So that's the way it goes, and we're going to have to go there, and it's going to be a battle. It always is, and we got to come ready to go every play, every down.
Last question. Do you see any similarities between the Thunderbirds and the Cougars as far as their offense being a bit more slow-paced like AWRP West, while your team can score from anywhere on the field?
Well, we hope that continues, but they're a ground and pound team, and they're gonna take a lot of time off the clock, so we're gonna have to score when we have the ball. Otherwise, it's gonna be a long day for us.
Coach, any final thoughts?
Just happy how things went, and we're moving on to the next round. That's all you can ask for.
Coach, congrats to you. Good luck going forward. Good luck getting home. Have a safe trip home, and thanks for taking the time tonight.
All right, thank you.
Coach Darren Bicklum, thanks for your time here on our post-game report on yourliveevent.com. His Thunder take care of the Fosston Greyhounds at 43-14. We'll take a quick minute break, and we'll be back with our star player of the game, Sam Gapp, after this on yourliveevent.com and KKCQ.
Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead, wish all the area teams the best of luck. Cleveguard Apartments, with locations and apartment complexes in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. Also with self-storage and commercial rental space in Ada. Cleveguard Apartments. Call Mark at 701-866-7794. Best of luck to all the area teams from Mark and Geraldine at Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. 701-866-7794.
The mission of the Fisher Public School is to prepare all learners with the academic, social, and personal skills for lifelong success. With small class sizes, great teachers, staff, and administrators, the Fisher Public School is the perfect choice for your son or daughter to excel. To learn more about the Fisher Public School, including announcements, menus, and activity schedules, visit their website at fisher.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Fisher Public Schools.
Welcome back to yourliveevent.com and KKCQ Radio. We're now joined by our star player of the game, our Enbridge Energy player of the game, Sam Gapp. Sam, you told me you like ducking and dodging these interviews. You were ducking and dodging out there. You ran for 151 tonight. How do you describe your level of play, but also how can you complement your offensive line?
Our whole team kind of started a little bit slow. We're used to getting off the ball right away, and I don't think we were mentally ready for this game, but as it went on, our offense got together and line got it, made holes open, and then there was holes to run through, so that's what I did. That's my job. So that's what happened.
You guys started in a big way. You had it returned right to the 33 of Fosston, and 29 yards later, you give Larson a chance to plunge in. What's it like having other guys who can corral the rock and, you don't have to carry it as much?
It's good. We like to share our offense. Everyone likes to score touchdowns. It's part of football. It's the person that scores that gets praised. And, last game he ran down 25 yards and then I punched it in. So to have him go punch it in after me going 25, 30 yards and just makes it fun, evening out the touchdowns.
Sounds like good chemistry and just spreading the wealth and spreading the love. Also, Colin Rorick with a nice 51-yard take from Zavarol. Your quarterback's play tonight, his first 3 passes, touchdown, first down, first down. We've talked about it. We haven't talked with you yet, but we've seen it this season. Your offense on the passing game and the ground game, it's pick your poison. What does it take to have that?
It's just good to have a different variety of options to go to. And we have weapons, athletes on both sides, just on the line, running the ball and catching the ball. Colin's fast, and he showed it on that play. And going into the win, Isaac can throw into the win, so it was a good play.
What did Fosston do tonight that impressed you? Because it was 14-6 at one point, and they answered right back after that Rorick touchdown. What did you see from the Greyhounds' offense answering back?
From the first game to this game, they threw a lot better. That quarterback looked a lot more relaxed, and he could throw the ball into the pockets where, I mean, we need to work on ourselves, but also he found our weak spots. So I was impressed there, and then, that's not how our defense usually plays. We just need to be more aggressive, and we'll fix that.
You guys hunkered down, I would say. I want to talk about that 93-yard gallop that was called back. First off, how out of breath were you? And then what was your reaction seeing a flag on the field?
The line blocked great. I don't know what exactly happened back there.
We didn't see it either.
Yeah, I don't know. So I got down there. It felt good, but then I looked back, and one of the Fosston players was like, "It's coming back," and I was like, "I'm going off the sideline. I need a break."
I would think so after that long run. Now, you've waited a long time to play this team, Monoman Waubun. You didn't see them in the regular season. We talked to Coach Bickham about it. They're, in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinion maybe, really similar to Adabor West with that methodical offense. How do you get them out of rhythm on defense?
They're gonna make plays. A team like that looks for the small yardage, get first down, 3 downs later, and they're gonna break out a big one. But we just need to answer back and stop them. And they're a physical team, so we just need to compete, and it's gonna be a good game. We're both good teams, and 2 and C3 going at it. It's gonna be a good matchup.
Have you looked ahead at all to the Thunderbirds, given the fact that you didn't get to see them at all?
We did look ahead right away. Fosston, they put a team together, but we knew in the end we're going to play the Thunderbirds, so we're preparing mentally, and we're just definitely going to be ready for that team.
It's inevitable. 2 and 3 matching up for the first time this season. Sam, any final thoughts as your Enbridge Energy Player of the Game?
Got nothing.
Got nothing? Well, you had one.
Thunder.
Go Thunder, that's right. You had 151 tonight, 3 touchdowns. Sam, thanks for your time. Congrats on the win. Good luck on Saturday, and have a safe trip getting home.
Thank you.
Good to meet you, Mr. Sam Gap. He is our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. He snuck up on me earlier. But Sam Gap, our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, 7 attempts, 151 on the ground with the hat trick, 3 touchdowns, almost had a 4th, and a great offensive line blocking for the senior standout tonight. We'll talk more about our post-game players of the game and our post-game awards just real quick in a jiff. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com and KKCQ Radio. Listen to that. 43-14 final on the Community Co-op scoreboard.
A Country offers a wide range of internal growth. If you have a goal in mind and you put your mind to it, your successes can be endless.
There are so many jobs within this company that you can rotate into.
I like challenges. A Country gives me challenges.
Yeah, A Country is a great place to work. There's plenty of flexibility. You're never tied to your desk. There's a team here that is always there for you.
Yeah, grab your role and run with it, and always be aware of the opportunities because they're in front of you.
In the months of preparation for spring planting, all through the growing season and into the long days of harvest, the team at AgriMax is here to help farmers around the Red River Valley with a complete array of services and products. From seed sales to custom aerial and ground application, crop protection products, and more, AgriMax will help reach every producer's goal, peak profitability. Contact AgriMax in Fisher, Minnesota today at 218-891-2211 or online at agrimaxllc.com.
For the best selection in new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs, stop by Christian Motors, your Chevy and GMC dealer, Highway 32 North in Fertile. With one of the biggest, best selections around and the most competitive prices, it's worth your time to stop and visit the guys and let them put you in a new vehicle. Check out the selection online at christianmotors.com or stop by the lot in Fertile. Proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer. It's Christian Motors in Fertile.
Log on to stay up to date on all of the weekly activities at the Climax Shelley School. The website for the Climax Shelley School District provides you with up-to-date bulletins, lunch menus, sports schedules, bus route information, practice schedules, iPad apps, and upcoming events. Order some night apparel and support your teams. Go Knights and Thunder. The Climax Shelley School District thanks you for your support, and they look forward to having you attend their local events throughout the school year. Log on to isd592.org.
Welcome back to our post-game report for the final time on YourLiveEvent.com tonight. Final score on the Lenfers Insurance Agency scoreboard: Polk County West 43, Fosston 14. Derek Zimmerman-Geyer, Jerry Peralta here to present our star players of the game. We just talked to one of them. That was Mr. Sam Gap with 7 attempts on the ground, 151 yards, and 3 touchdowns, all in just one half alone. He would have had over 200 more and 4 touchdowns after a 93-yard touchdown gallop was negated in the waning seconds of the second quarter. Our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, Sam Gap. Sam Gap, Energy Player of the Game. Work has begun to replace Line 3, and keeping everyone safe is Enbridge's top priority. Robust COVID-19 safety rules have been established for Enbridge employees because we want everyone home safe. Learn more by visiting enbridge.com/line3.us. Once again, 7 attempts, 151 on the ground, 3 touchdowns. That's 19 overall rushing touchdowns for Sam Gap this season. He's a stud and a half, I would say. Celebrating senior night in fashion. Let's get to our RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game. That's the quarterback. That's an award made for the quarterback. That's Isaac Zavarol. 98 yards through the air tonight. 1 touchdown. Yes, 1 touchdown. 8 for 11. And he's our RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game. He is senior quarterback Isaac Zavarol. Thinking about upgrading your planter? Visit RDK Enterprises at the locations in Hillsboro and Drayton, North Dakota to learn about available rebates and financing. RDK Enterprises, planterdoc.com. For the Halstead Telephone postgame connection, Jerry, I believe that has to go to the entire offensive line of Polk County West. They sprung their running backs for a grand total of 245 rushing yards and also gave Zavarol a clean pocket. Zavarol not touched once in the backfield tonight. 98 passing yards for Zavarol, 245 on the ground, 343 overall for Polk County West. Our Halstead Telephone post-game connection belongs to the entirety of the Thunder offensive line. Discover local reliability you can trust. Halstead Telephone is how to connect. HalsteadTel.com. Once again, watching on yourliveevent.com and listening to KKCQ Radio. For our sub of the game, it's JT's Station in Fertile, our sponsor for our sub of the game. And for our sub of the game, as I look here through our chicken scratch, Jerry, I like the idea of Mike Gap. Actually, I like the idea of Zach Finno, the senior running back. He had 3 carries tonight for 19 yards. And also, let's rope in the likes of Larson with the touchdown plunge to begin the game, begin the scoring affair tonight. So our sub of the game, first sub of the game, belongs to David Larson, our sub of the game. And one of our stars of the game, brought to you by Fosston Chiropractic, is Zach Finno getting his time to shine in the backfield on senior night in Cushman Field. There. Yes. We're in North Dakota. Of course, Minnesota high school playoffs going to start in Grand Forks. Jerry, before we wrap up on the YouTube stream and our KKCQ broadcast, your initial and now final thoughts on seeing this Polk County West team take its stride to the semifinal round of Section 8A play?
Well, definitely. I mean, Polk County West just had all the tools in their hands to be successful, and they were able to capitalize on a lot of big plays. Sam Gap definitely being that star player on the field, somebody who they were really looking to make big plays when it mattered most, and they were able to do that offensively, and that offensive line held everything together, creating holes, getting the big blocks up front when they needed. Got a little bit carried away off of that 93-yard run that had to get called back. But, I mean, what can you do at that in that kind of situation? And looking ahead at Mahnomen-Waubun, this is going to be an interesting matchup. We've seen both Mahnomen-Waubun and Polk County West take on the number 1 seed, Ada Borup West. And it ultimately is going to come down to, I feel it's going to come down to who played Ada Borup West better. And I feel Polk County West, despite the 5 turnovers.
6 turnovers.
Or 6
5 fumbles, yeah.
Yeah, the 6 turnovers played Ada Borup West better. Granted, field conditions weren't the best. It was raining. Nobody could really get good control of the ball. It was just a bad was bad conditions for the game, but overall they still held Ada Borup West to 12 points, where Mahnomen Waban, Ada Borup West picked them apart and was just able to take full control.
For that game on Saturday between Polk County West and Mahnomen Waban, couldn't have said it better. Two teams that have played Ada Borup West very differently, but Mahnomen Waban and Ada Borup West similar in their offensive scheme. It's going to be a case of contrast between these two offenses, between the Thunder and the Thunderbirds. Oh, Sean Burek, he's going to have a field day with that one. So, Polk County West, they take on Mahnomen Waban this Saturday at 2 p.m. That is in Mahnomen. That's on yourliveevent.com and 101.5 FM KRJM. That is Gold KRJM. Again, at 2 p.m. for Section 8A play in the semifinals. Whoever wins that game, they'll play whoever wins between Red Lake County and Ada Borup West, also at 2 p.m. on Saturday. And that will conclude in the Fargo Dome on the 4th of November. Again, Minnesota High School playoffs teetering over the border in North Dakota.
Only for section tournaments. State tournaments going to look a lot different.
And then we keep it home. Keep it locked down. Well, Jerry, let's lock it down right now. For Jerry Peralta and myself, Derek Zimmerman-Geyer, we want to thank you for tuning in tonight. Once again, your final on the Community Co-ops and Lenfers Insurance Agency scoreboard. Polk County West 43, Fosston 14. Catch the recap of this game on rjbroadcasting.com with the written recap and the video recap on Twitter at YourLiveEvent1 and our YouTube, which you are currently watching now on Your Live Event, or you can find for yourself after we sign off. Again, for Jerry Peralta and myself, Derek Zimmerman-Geyer, thanks for tuning in and have a terrific night from Grand Forks, North Dakota.